As game number 6 gets ready to unfold for us, Mike Keenan, the coach of the Chicago Blackhawks, says, hey, not everything is right. There's too much violence. And this was in the Chicago newspapers today. He's referring to that Joey Kosher incident against his own netminder in the first period in game number 5. You take a look and see what you think. 2 minutes worth of penalties to Joey Kosher on that one, but still a lot of talk about maybe retaliation. Let's find more on that subject right now by moving upstairs Dave Strader and Mickey Redmond.
Thank you, Ray. Indeed, Mick, we expected these teams to reach the boiling point maybe right out of the gate. Game 1 was a rather passive game, but it certainly has gotten to the boiling point here before Game 6.
It has. The papers are full of it, but let's put it this way. John D'Amico, the supervisor of officials, talked to Jacques Demers. He talked to Mike Keenan, said this is not a war. The official rule book says a goaltender is not fair game. I repeat, not fair game when he's out of that crease. So it's a judgment call. We'll see how it goes. Don Koharski will be in charge tonight.
Let's see what the two coaches had to say about the incident.
If you want to really take a run at a goaltender, you take a run at him. We've nicked him. I can't deny that Joe Kosher finished his check. The replay shows that Steve Thomas, who was trying to do a job, kind of pushed Joey into Chevrier, and Joey did finish his check. And Chris King, the replay showed, he nicked him. When you, like I know, the game, I've been coaching for a long time, and when you want to hit someone, we're not going to do that.
He was becoming a target without question. They feel he's the difference in the series, and we wanted to alert the NHL and uphold the policy that they've tried to employ all year long, and that the goaltenders aren't fair game, and that there should be some action taken if they are run and certainly injured, and that's been the case in this series.
Since Jacques Demers has been coaching the Red Wings, the Wings are 4-2 in games where they face elimination. They face it again tonight. Game 6 upcoming. Red Wings and the Blackhawks next on TV 50. Chicago Stadium, the crowd is standing as one as they're looking for their Chicago Blackhawk team to end this series tonight and move on to the Norris Division Finals against the St. Louis Blues. That would start on Tuesday night. The Red Wings, however, have different ideas. They want to force a Game 7 at the Joe Louis Arena on Saturday night. Don Koharski will call his first game in this series. Ray Scapanello and Dan McCord are the linesmen. And it could be a long night for the officials. But they are fully aware of the situation from Game 5. As we look at the goaltender starting for the Red Wings, he has played in 4 of the first 5. Greg Steppen, an outstanding save percentage of .891, as does this young man, Alain Chevrier. And Nick, you have to wonder with some of the comments in the paper, regardless of how intentional Kosher's hit was, is it going to affect Alain Chevrier?
I don't think it will in a great way, but we'll have to see early. I'll tell you what I'd follow it up with, a couple of high, hard shots up around his ears and try to make it a personal affair. Make it think they're after me, and that could get him off the game. The Hawks will be called for icing right out of the gate as Zombo goes back to touch. And Thomas, an unnecessary hit right out of the gate. Now, that's the kind of stuff that causes problems. Right there. Very unnecessary hit. Now Nil and Manson start to go. They're shoving and pushing. Right out of the gate. 10 seconds in. Koharski should call a penalty immediately on Thomas. That kind of hitting from behind on an automatic icing is a call that in the rule book says it's supposed to be made. The referees do not make it. And that causes problems.
And we've got problems just 10 seconds in, but I don't believe there's going to be any penalties called by Don Koharski. The faceoff is going to come down to the Chicago end of the ice for a faceoff. To the left of Chevrier, or to the right? To his right, I guess.
Looks like for a moment he was going to give penalties, but you know, he's going to have himself a long night if he doesn't call stuff like that.
Take a look at the breakdown of the scoring by periods. See, the Hawks have been
second period killers.
Wings have gotten out of the gate well. They have scored the first goal in 4 out of 5 games in this series. Steve Yzerman against Adam Creighton.
I think, David, a lead in this game is going to be more important than any other. The Hawks can feel the pressure. There's more pressure on them right now than there is Detroit, because Chicago knows they cannot afford to go back to Detroit. The Red Wings are resigned. They're saying, hey, we might have been out of it the other night. We escaped with our life, so let's just relax and go and play.
Manson dumps it to the corner. Thomas rides Huda into the boards. Puck squirts loose. Burr, he takes a hit. Penalty coming right there. Creighton got the stick up. And the elbow's up. Adam Creighton gets the game's first penalty. Red Wings on the power play when we return. Adam Creighton off for elbowing at the 32-second mark.
So look at it right there. That size alone with Creighton get him into trouble, but he did get the stick up, and the elbow's on Burr. Red Wings get the first power play of the hockey game. And of course, who can forget? They had 2 shorthanded goals scored on them in Game 5 in Detroit.
There you see the number for the Red Wings, just 5 for 30. That's just under 17%. And as Mickey just pointed out, 2 shorthanded goals against in Game 5, 3 in the series, which ties a Chicago club record. It comes out to the point. Chason slides it across Norwood. Lets the shot go. It's loose. He score!
No goal.
Oh!
No goal. Oh, boy. The net, I believe, Dave, had just been lifted. Just been lifted off its moorings before they chopped it in. Norwood's shot went off the pad of Chevrier, laid in the crease. He got bumped, and I'm not sure if it was Gallant who chipped it, but just as he did, the net was coming off. Let's see if we can pick up the sequence as it happens. Here comes McLean. There's the puck laying right there. There it is. There goes Paul into the crease. Gallant takes a chance. There it is. You see the right goalpost. No question about it. That's a great call by Koharski. That post is 8 inches off the mooring before the puck went in.
Yzerman and Troy Murray on the draw. Hawks look to clear. Norwood holds it in. Chason on the left point on the power play. Did not dress for game number 5. He's nursing a sore left leg with a Charlie horse. He sends it to the circle. Yzerman shot deflected just wide of Chevrier. Norwood sends it toward the net. Bouncing puck. Yzerman couldn't get control. Dumps it back to McLean. McLean off the boards. Here comes Chason. Tipped away by Dirk Graham. Wow. Woo. Well, he tested Steffen with that rocket. Chason's pass was behind Gallant. That allows Trent Yawney to pick it up, and he'll clear. 40 seconds left in Creighton's minor penalty. Pass comes to Yzerman. Up the right wing for Barr, hits him in stride. Fires it behind Chevrier up the boards. Good play by Yzerman. Klima helps out. Now the two of them get too close together there, and the Hawks are able to steal. Presley just drives it back behind Steffen. 15 seconds left, perhaps time for one more good rush with the man advantage. O'Connell to Yzerman. Cross the line. Tried to get through Manson. Hawks able to clear. Savard. Oh, penalty center ice. Dave Barr. Delayed call. That'll be offside. So the Hawks, with an interference penalty at center ice, will have their first power play opportunity, and they have capitalized only 2 more times than the Red Wings, Mick. They have 7 power play goals. The Wings have 5, but in a short series like this, that can make such a big difference.
Interference is called to Dave Byers. He jumps on top of Gilbert in the center ice zone. And Dirk Graham a moment ago shorthanded. Let a blast go that caught stepping up on the inside of the left elbow and up over top of the net. Shabbat and Nil doing the duties in a shorthanded role.
Adam Creighton right out there on this power play, gets it across the line for Manson. Manson tees it up, lets the shot go wide, rebound out to Larmer.
Steffen's down. Look at this. Koharski's pointing at Creighton. Doesn't call a penalty. Steffen got knocked down. There's your paper war right there.
Here comes Savard, avoids Shabbat's check. Denny Savard's pass is knocked down. Here's Shabbat to clear, and he avoided Creighton's attempted check. Here's Larmer, carries into the zone. Sends it back to the point, nobody there. Shabbat will intercept.
Shabbat's got to go.
Here comes Larmer now. Challenged by Sean Burr at center ice. Larmer across the line for Savard. Savard back to Trent Yanni. Moves it to Bob Murray. Back to Yanni. Savard top of the circle. In deep now. There's the mismatch. Troy Murray's pass was blocked by Zombo. Back to Savard again. In deep to Troy Murray. Sends it across. Save it. Oh, wow. What a stop he made on Larmer, who one-timed it. Bob Murray fires it in wide.
Got to take that play away. They cannot give it to them.
It goes to Savard. Shot just wide. Big rebound. It goes back behind Steffen. Troy Murray plays it to Savard. 35 seconds left in the Creighton penalty. Here it is again. Bob Murray stopped in front. Back to Trent Yanni. A drive. Blocked again.
And out over the line. Whoa. 3 Red Wings are down to try to block the shot. 20 seconds to go on the penalty. Norwood should clear. Got all day. And he does.
10 seconds left in the Bar penalty. Shabbat challenging Presley. Pass goes across for Bob McGill, seeing time on the power play here. Will Steffen, that deflected. That deflected.
What you got?
I think it was hit with a high stick by O'Connell.
Yeah, it was.
And then when it was touched by Steffen, the indication was made. Teams are back at full strength. 4.5 gone by, no score.
Back live at the Chicago Stadium. There's Steffen getting run over. Penalty coming up now, and it's going to be Chicago for interference. Vince Gillette, his first shift of the series. He's in the game tonight for Bob Basson, number 15. We didn't get an injury report on him, but Vince Gillette, who backed himself into the crease in front of Steffen, barely bumped him, is going to get an interference call. Watch him go for the front of the net. Top of your screen. There it is right there. And Koharski the call. Vince Gillette, excuse me, did play in game 1 of the series, but has been scratched in every game since tonight. You got some other scratches for us, David?
Red Wings with the same lineup they had the other night, except for Steve Chason replacing Jeff Sharples. So Sharples is scratched along with Dale Krentz, Randy McKay, Tim Higgins, and Chris King. The Hawks, as you mentioned, Bob Basson out of the lineup. We're not sure why. Brian Noonan also out of the lineup. Mike Eagles as well. And Doug Wilson, the key scratch for the Blackhawks.
Right.
Red Wings.
Sorry, David. Red Wings now in their second power play. Look out.
Dirk Graham trying to get out in front. Wings converge on him nicely. That could have been dangerous. Here comes Oates now, leading a rush across the line. Drops it back for Yzerman. Little flip pass goes to Norwood. In deep now to Gallant. Out in front, Chason lets the shot go. Tip, save Chevrier. Yzerman just trying to redirect.
Now, you know, unbelievable. I think it's going to be a Detroit penalty. Manson again trying to haul on Yzerman.
Well, I would have thought they would have talked to Gerard Gallant about the unnecessary penalties. That is just a bad penalty for Gallant to take. Nobody's going to hurt Yzerman in that situation.
Well, Yzerman took a chop at Chevrier when the puck was covered up. Bobby Murray took exception to that. Watch it. Jason shoots it to Yzerman, passes it really for the redirection. Chevrier got it with the goal stick. Now watch Murray. Takes a little chop at Yzerman. Here comes Gallant to the right of the screen. And a cross-check, very light one. But Jason with a bad leg already. Boom, gets hit by Graham, and he's on the limp again. We may not see a whole lot of Jason tonight. He's got a very sore left leg.
Probably just on the power play is where he'll play. But Gerard Gallant is of no value to the Red Wings in that penalty box. And it's one thing if it's a good penalty, but he has taken a lot of bad penalties in this series, probably out of frustration for the fact he has struggled offensively.
Well, it's 4-on-4. Minute 28 to go in the Vincelette penalty, and now Gallant's in for a two-force cross-checking. Klima and Yzerman. Well, Koharski's going to take control and keep it that way. That's the way to do it. Make sure they understand what the rules are, call them, and come mid-game, they should have them settled down. Somebody's going to get a penalty here, cost their team a goal and possibly the series.
Yzerman and Troy Murray on the face-off. Murray again wins it. Bob Murray plays it around for Denny Savard. Savard, Troy Murray, Manson, and Bob Murray. The skaters for the Hawks. Here comes Yzerman. Oh, he took a stick from Bob Murray. It's going to be a penalty here.
Sure is.
Delayed call.
Got him up in the cheek. I don't think he's cut, though.
O'Connell across the line. Still a delayed call. Here's Oates. Nice play to get it to Yzerman. Lets the shot go just wide. Norwood will tee it up. He'll send it to Oates. Back to Norwood.
He's going to check him for any blood at all. No. None to be had. None to be found. And it'll be a 2-minute high stick to Bob Murray. Accidental, it was. But an automatic call. He missed Yzerman's stick, trying to hook check him. Yzerman was going to react and slash back, realized as he turned and saw Koharski right there that there was going to be a call, and he held his temper, and that's the thing to do. It's very frustrating. But now a 4-on-3. I was going to say, Dave, that the Wings might have been better advised there to give the Hawks the puck immediately. It would have given them a longer time with 4-on-3 rather than trying to do something with 5-on-4 there with the goalie out. Nevertheless, they have 54 seconds. With 4 skaters to 3, they'll go with 3 forwards, Oates, Klima, and Yzerman with Norwood at the point.
Oates just hollered back to Steffen to be alert, because if that puck comes back, they want him to move out, play it, and get it ahead to the forwards quickly.
He was offside. They got to get him back over there. This is a tough place for the face-off. You can't draw it back. There's only 3 feet to the blue line. You almost got to try to flick it into the corner and hope Oates or Klima can get in there and get it.
Troy Murray's been slapping Yzerman's stick. That's been his tactic.
Yzerman wants to go straight to the left, over to Oates, behind Klima. No, but they interfere with Yanni. Oates is in.
Oates with a chance, and saved by Chevrier. Good opportunity there.
Sure was.
And Yzerman back to get it. 45 seconds left in the 4-on-3. Yzerman slides it ahead. Klima drops it back. Yzerman on the move across the line.
Easily gained the zone. That's the key.
Now it goes to Oates. He'll swap places there with Norwood. It goes to Norwood, top of the circle. Back to Oates, back to Norwood. Let's the shot, scores!
Wow.
Lee Norwood with a bullet shot. Power play goal in the Red Wings. Draw first blood, they lead it 1-0.
Set up nicely. I'm not sure where that one went in or whether it was deflected or not. He really got a rocket on it. Norwood did. Set up by Oates for the one time. And Norwood sets it up. I think he was going to go to Klima there. Look, decided, no, I'm going to come back over here. See, the Hawk defenders left Norwood. Screen shot right between the legs of 2 players, and Chevrier did not even see it. Two Hawks directly in the road. It went over Chevrier's right shoulder. Now, the Hawks have a, you know what, I don't understand something here. I don't know why they would have a choice to bring Bob Murray out of the box, who had probably a minute and a half left in his penalty, and Vince Letter's only got 19 seconds.
Well, that was the penalty that put
power play,
that put them 2 down.
Yeah.
Here comes Shabbat now. He's got Norwood with him. Shabbat across the line. Oh, that puck never came outside the line, I didn't think.
Close. It was close, boy. Danny McCourt made the call from down in front of us, and he's given the signal now. Shabbat took it in and back out and back in again. So
Oates and Yzerman both assisting on the power play goal by Norwood. So in 5 seconds, Vincent will be out, and the Hawks will have their second power play.
mind you, it'll only be a 32-seconder with Gallant. 37 seconds left.
Bob Murray back in his own zone. Starts it back. Power play now for the Hawks.
Just screaming, Vincelette. That may be his last shift of the night. That could be an icing. No, they're going to let it go.
Savard couldn't control it. Barr got to the line, but not out. Zambo will chase it down. Moves it smartly to Norwood, and Norwood able to clear. Oh, that went right into the Red Wing bench. And that means the faceoff will stay in the Detroit zone.
10 seconds now left in the Gallant penalty. Vincelette left the penalty box. Keenan was just screaming at him from across the ice. Get over here. So Danny Vincelette, who's gotten only in his second game since game one of the series, may be one of the Fine brothers for the rest of the night, taking that penalty. We'll have to wait and see.
Yzerman with that assist moves into a tie with Tim Kerr and Denny Savard for the scoring lead among players in the playoffs. Of course, Kerr and the Flyers playing Game 6 of the Spectrum tonight against the Washington Capitals, with the Flyers leading that series 3-2. Of course, we'll be going down to Ray Lane for updates on the other games tonight. Face off to the left of Steffen. 10 seconds left in Gallant's penalty. Shabbat, loose puck along the boards. Drops it back for Zambo. He'll play it around and bounces to Sean Burr. Here comes Gallant on the box. Burr from center ice. Big rebound, but Creighton is there to move it away. Chason now moves it to Zambo. So Steve Chason out there once again. Oh, that got behind Keith Brown. Here comes Torrey Robertson. He's able to chop it in behind Chevrier. Now Burr and Manson. Burr drives it back into the corner. Brown hit by 2 Red Wings. The puck still deep in the Chicago zone. Manson just plays it around, and Creighton will get there. Plays it ahead for Savard. It's tipped away. Here's Nil. He's checked. Torrey Robertson back in his own blue line. Moves it to Sean Burr. He'll slide it in behind Chevrier. Dirk Graham drops it back. Hawks fail to clear. Chase on toward the net with it, but just wide. Weimer, rink wide pass for Dirk Graham. Cuts behind Troy Murray. Trying to hit Murray with a pass, and it comes back to Jim Nill. Into the Hawks zone. Chevrier moves it to the corner. Yzerman hit there by Troy Murray. And the Hawks, McGill just does get it out of the zone. Here comes Dirk Graham with a bullet shot off the Steffen's glove. Steve Thomas centers. Oh, that's a tough call there on Koser, I'll tell you what. That is a tough call on Joe Koser. 8.5 gone by in the first, with the Wings leading 1-0.
Joe Koser in for cross-checking. 8:28 the time. Red Wings lead it 1-0 on a goal by Lee Norwood. Now look at the penalty. Graham with his back to Koser. Not much of a cross-check, but the way Graham went down, therefore the call. But the Red Wing following because Nill was jumped on rodeo style at the other end. Yzerman was cranked up by Troy Murray. And then the call on Koser.
Dirk Graham was already bent over and practically going down on his own, and Koharski was right there, but he made the call. Manson shot from the point. Steffen save. Rebound is there, but Zambo clears it off the boards. Yzerman looking for Shabbat up the middle. Just misses him with that pass. Shabbat, good job forechecking. Knocks it away from Bob Murray. Here comes Manson. Giveaway. Yzerman shot was blocked. Eiserman again. Now Manson finally gets control, slides it ahead for Larmer. Good play, Shabbat. Knocks it back.
Behind him.
Eiserman across the line, trying to get loose.
Oh, didn't get much on it. Looked like he was going to deke. He might have had him, but he tried to go short side, didn't get it up. And an easy save by Chevrier. Hawks return it.
Here's Larmer down. In deep for Creighton, trying to slide it in front. Slapped off the boards by Norwood, but held in by Yanni. Creighton again. Norwood slaps it away. Yanni holds it in. Yanni, good job controlling the puck. Sends it toward the net. Blocked in front. Actually hit Creighton. Creighton again with that long reach. He's dangerous.
You got to try to get his hands. He's such a big kid with a body. You can't get to him by body. You got to take his stick and hands up to the plate to nullify him.
Here's Manson from center ice. Drives it behind Steffen. Steve Thomas overskated the puck. Troy Murray now being checked. Gets it back to the line. Bob Murray for Troy Murray. Out near the blue line. Dangerous pass, but he hits Bob Murray. Steffen the save.
That was pretty cool in there.
Here's the mismatch the Hawks look for. They get it out in front. Bob Murray just wide. Jason, second effort to the line. Manson holds it in. Lets the shot go. Steffen the save. Hawks trying to center it. Here comes Bob Murray into the circle. To Dirk Graham. Trying to roll it in front. Couldn't get it there. Jason. Riding Dirk Graham, but it comes to Troy Murray. Top of the
Time up. Coulter's up.
Pass across. Quick shot. Save. Steffen. Bob Murray.
Oh, what a save. They still got it. Oh, it's off of Burr. Still in play.
Dirk Graham again. Out to the line, Manson. Taken away by O'Connell. That is great goaltending.
I guess it was.
Chevrier out of the net. Here comes Koser. Chevrier was looking.
He sure was looking.
Wayne Sutter dumps it in wide. Big collision there. Hudson and Huda. Now here comes Wayne Sutter with a shot. Missed the net. Bob McGill not be able to hold that in.
Greg Steffen made 3 saves there. Second to none, boy.
Up the boards, Huda. Got a piece of it. Bob McGill, though. Did he get it outside the line? Yeah, it'll be a delayed offside, so the Hawks will clear. That'll negate it. No icing. Vincelette again. Vincelette again.
Oh, man.
He got away with a slash, but he didn't get away with the trip, and the Red Wings on the power play when we return.
Back live at the Chicago Stadium. Dan Vincelette in for the second time in the hockey game. This time for tripping. And Dougie Huda is the culprit there. Or the trippee, if you will. Greg Steffen just outstanding on that last Hawk power play. Mind you, that last shot may have just hit him from Bob Murray, but the Hawks were all over the Red Wings. And now it's the Red Wings' turn.
Wings leading 1-0 on a power play goal by Lee Norwood. He has the puck. Moves it ahead to Chason. Rink wide now for Paul McLean. Red Wings' 4th power play. McLean chasing after it. Bob Murray plays it off the boards. Here comes Norwood. Good job to hold it in. McLean gives it back to Norwood. Out to Chason. Lets the shot go. That was blocked by Larmer. Chason holds it in. Manson able to clear.
Well, Steffen's gone. He slashed Presley. But you know, you're into the interpretation of these rules again. Either you can touch him or you can't touch him. Presley just barely tapped him. Steffen tapped him over the head with a goal stick. And he'll get a 2-minute high sticking penalty or slashing penalty. Koser totally avoided Chevrier at the other end. I guarantee you, if he had touched him, he'd have gotten a penalty. If Koser had done that, he'd have been in the box. But it goes the other way, and it's nullified. The power play back in a moment. Greg Steffen. 2 minutes for high sticking. Paul McLean in the box. And 4 skaters aside. The rule book reads, David, that the player, the skater, has to do his best to avoid contact with the goaltender. And if he doesn't, then the referee is supposed to give him a penalty for not avoiding that contact. And then, of course, you go to the severity of the contact. Right there, I didn't think that contact was all that severe, except At the other end, if it had been Kosar and Chevrier, it would have been called, I'm sure, from the follow-up from Game 5.
Well, if nothing else, it would have been interference because Steffen could not get back out to the front of the net.
What you are is right back to the basic old interpretation. It's a judgment call by the referee.
Yanni holds it in for the Hawks. Jambo, though, back behind his own net, avoiding the forechecking of Savard. Now Yzerman slides it across to O'Connell at center ice. Tried to play it ahead. It's blocked by Yanni. Trent Yanni goes across for Larmer. Four skaters aside.
Look out.
Good play by Clint.
Oh, it's offside. Put himself offside, unfortunately, with the steal. Kind of unfair to Dave Manson. They gave him the puck right in his feet. At the last second, Klima came out of nowhere and actually almost got to it before Manson got to it.
Stay tuned immediately following tonight's game. The 10 o'clock news, now a full hour. Join Roger McCoy, Amir Makinson, Randy Berto, and Jim Burke for the news, sports, and weather. And also Ray Lane will have a report about tonight's game right here from Chicago Stadium. That's the 10 o'clock news special edition, now a full hour.
Got one birthday to get in. David Norman wanted to say happy birthday to Darla, who's 27 today.
Manson steals. Moves it up the right side. Dirk Graham with a shot. Steffen the save, and he'll hang out. 52 seconds left in Vince Allette's penalty. When he comes out, there'll be 34 seconds left in the Steffen penalty. You see Craig Steffen's career playoff record against Chicago. Steffen, as I mentioned in one of the earlier telecasts, one of 4 players left from the 1985 playoffs that saw the Hawks sweep the Red Wings in 3 straight. It was a 3-of-5 series, and they outscored them 23-8. Craig Steffen in the last game of that series went after Al Secord, chopped at him a couple times with a stick, drew an 8-game suspension that started at the beginning of the next season, which of course was the 40-point year, and nothing went right that year. Right here, the face-off controlled by the Hawks. Yanni dumps it back behind Steffen. Dirk Graham, good job by Zambo. Yzerman will get control. Moves it to Zambo. Zambo drops it back. O'Connell across the line. Lets the shot go. That was just blind to Chevrier, who was screened again. Half a minute left in this 4-on-4 situation. Zambo with a hit on Troy Murray. But Murray gets control of the puck ahead for Dirk Graham across the line. Graham checked by Gilbert Delorme. Zambo sends it in behind Chevrier. 10 seconds before the Hawks have their short power play opportunity. Here comes Savard. The man they call Savvy. Cross the line. Drop pass for Larmer. Larmer slides it right through the goal mouth area. Power play now for the Hawks. Larmer in the corner. Lost it there to Delorme. Backhands it up the boards. Bob Murray held it in. Sends it across the Detroit zone. Manson steps into it. Save made by Steffen, and he hangs on.
Look at Larmer. He's some upset at Manson. Put the stick up there like, take a look. I'm right here.
Larmer scored his first goal of the playoffs on Tuesday night. What a move he made on Mike O'Connell on that goal. But he has been robbed on several occasions. He was stopped here on Sunday night, late in the game by Steffen, with the Hawks leading 3-2, and that turned out to be the final score. And he was robbed earlier in this game on that patented one-timer of his. Seconds left in Steffen's penalty being served by Paul McLean. Savard and Creighton on the faceoff. It's tipped back to Manson.
Ooh, Burr
away by Burr.
Crowd getting on top of Manson right now too.
Bob Murray ahead for Presley. Sends it in wide of Steffen. Norwood drives it into the corner. Creighton is there. Creighton slides it in front, tipped away by Norwood, knocked out of the air by Burr. He lost it there. Steve Thomas trying to make a play, and it's tipped away by McLean. Wings back at full strength. Bob McGill. Ahead for Creighton across the line. Adam Creighton pulls up, Tried to slide it in deep. Here's Thomas. Sends it back up the board. Presley is there.
O'Connell cranked up Thomas behind the net. Nice finish.
Corey Robertson. Center ice. Drives it in behind Chevrier. Conroy plays it around. Robertson is waiting there. They scrum for that loose puck. Zambo pinches in. Gets a stick on it. Puck comes loose to the line. Oates taken down by McGill. Here comes Conroy.
Bodies everywhere. No, okay, no penalties coming up. Ray, what's happening downstairs?
Well, right now from that Philadelphia-Washington game, Philadelphia in possession of the puck right there, and Gordy Murphy will be right in front of the netminder to put it in. And Philadelphia trying to eliminate Washington tonight. Goes up 2-1 that game now in the second period. Back upstairs.
Well, I guess the Washington papers all over the Capitals after their 8-5 loss in Game 5. Ron Hextall, the only goaltender who's ever shot the puck into the net to score a goal, scores his first of the playoffs in an empty net while his team was shorthanded. And the great finish by the Washington Capitals, and they've had a lot of great finishes here in the 80s, but they haven't been able to finish very many playoff series on a positive note. They lost the 7th game last year at home to the New Jersey Devils in the division finals.
Barr and Gilbert. Are they going to go? No, they look like they may have them separated. Tempers continue to flare. Here, is that Sutter giving it to Oates. Gonna wash his face. Barr and Gilbert are gonna go for sure. And DeLorme having a good chat with Hudson.
Well, they get everybody separated here as we expected. Short fuses in the first period of Game 6. Red Wings looking to even the series. They lead it 1-0.
15:05.
Young Peter Wirtz, one of the many members of the Wirtz family that own this hockey club here in Chicago. Father Bill, of course, been around, one of the governors in the NHL for many, many years.
Greg Gilbert in the penalty box along with Dave Barr. The Wings each for high sticking. Greg Gilbert, the former Islander, had a couple of assists in Game 5. He'll be Ray Lane's guest in the first intermission. O'Connell having problems with the puck. Oates comes over to help out. They send it deep. Line to Chevrier. Here comes Paul McLean. Conroy rides him into the boards. Hudson able to get it to McGill. Now to Vincelette up the left wing. Vincelette has had 2 shifts and he's had 2 penalties. Here's a steal by Klima. Back the other way for Oates.
Gonna get another one that keeps that stick up, slapping Oates like that. Towards the end of his ice time.
Nambo missed McLean with that pass. That'll cause an icing here.
One thing to be intent in a playoff game, and that's fine to be intense to get up and get ready and really get fired up to play. But boy, you got to play smart. You can't afford to take unnecessary penalties for your hockey club. Restraint is the name of the game. It's too important to either hockey club to be put into negative shorthanded situations. Mrs. Illich down behind the Detroit bench. Husband Mike is up in the press box, I believe, watching the game. All the Detroit contingent.
Down to 4:09 left in the first period. Red Wings leading 1-0 on the power play goal by Lee Norwood at the 6:21 mark, while the Wings had a 4-on-3 skating advantage. Hawks have outshot the Wings 10-6 so far in the period. Burr wins the faceoff from Troy Murray. DeLorme plays it around. Yzerman got it off the boards. Burr has it now. Dumps it in. Chevrier has it in the glove. Drops it off. Bob Murray plays it up the boards. Yzerman waiting there. Lets it go. DeLorme with a shot saved by Chevrier. Troy Murray able to clear to Steve Thomas. Up the left wing. Lets a long shot go. Dirk Graham trying to break loose from Norwood. Now Yzerman and Troy Murray back there.
19's going at it. They should get a whistle and do. Well, good job by Yzerman. He can't afford to let Murray go, or the defenseman's got to leave his position in front of the net, and that would leave a Hawk open. So Steve Yzerman does a good job defensively in back of his own net. Usually you see him back of the opposition net. Like Yzerman last night in the lobby of the hotel, he came down dressed in a sweatsuit, going for supper, and very relaxed. I think the whole team, Dave, has been relaxed since the start of Game 5. And they figured, boy, we're down to our last breath here. And of course, a couple of minutes into the third period, the short run goal by Conroy. I think the crowd was out of it at Joe Louis Arena. The team was down, and back-to-back goals, 59 seconds apart, turned the whole thing around. So the Red Wings have almost felt their death in this playoff series. So anything else at this point, I think, is a plus for them, and they're acting just like that. They're very relaxed.
Weimer shot off a faceoff, trickled just wide after it was deflected. What do we got?
Savard got hurt somehow. His stick is down, and I don't think there's any penalty call on the play, and Savard's not upset about anything. 1-0 Detroit, 3:21 to go. First period. See if we can see Denny Savard. Oh, I see. He took an errant stick there from Burr. He sort of ducked his head right into it, and he caught it right in the lip. No call on the play. Savard does have a bloody lip, but he wasn't arguing with Burr or anybody else or the referees, so.
Face off in front of the Detroit bench. Burr and Creighton. Creighton taken down by Burr. O'Connell able to clear it. No icing here. Chevrier will just steer it aside for Manson. He's watched closely by Jim Nill and Torrey Robertson. The pass goes to Steve Thomas, his second game of this series. Long drive just wide of Steffen. Creighton centering pass blocked by Steffen, and O'Connell kicks it to the corner. Robertson gets it to Burr. Flip pass for Nill.
Burr just drilled Creighton with the stick. Who's got possession? Who's it going to be? Burr? I believe it is. Burr drilled him, and Creighton retaliated, and Burr's going to get the call. He got the hat knocked right off him into the Chicago bench. John Burr got his head up, saw big Creighton coming at him. Got the elbow up.
Detroit penalty number 11, Sean Burr, 2 minutes.
Wings again will be shorthanded. We've had a lot of power plays in this first period.
Detroit penalty Burr.
This number 5? 5 for Chicago?
Of course, so many of them have been overlapping that I think 2 or 3 of them have been less than 20 seconds.
Have a look here. See, Burr makes the pass, saw him coming, got the stick up and the elbow up. Now Creighton roughs him up there too, but doesn't get a call. So Detroit's at what, 3? Detroit's at 4. This is number 5 for Chicago. So we're back to that penalty time thing. Power play time.
Hawks controlling Yanni in his own zone. He'll play 1 point, Manson the other.
This is where they really miss Dougie Wilson, see, the veteran.
Manson slides it back for Yanni. Jim Nill right after him.
Decision making, such an important factor in the extra man power play situation. And without a veteran like Doug Wilson back there, they're definitely losing a lot.
Manson. Hawks move it ahead. Troy Murray across the line. Takes it to the circle, wheels it around the board. Manson back at the right point to stop it. Sends it toward the net. Presley couldn't redirect it. Sends it out to the left point for Yanni. Back in deep, Dirk Graham.
Oh, DeLong broke his stick. Oh boy. Like a 5-on-3.
Manson shot, Steffen save. Loose puck. Went wide.
You know what you got to do is try to steal one off one of the Hawks. Yzerman gave him the stick.
Yanni gives it to Presley. Presley shot blocked by Norwood. He went down. Timed it well. Yzerman out at the top of the penalty killing without a stick. Redirection save. Steffen.
Somebody, Yzerman cleared with a hand. Somebody had to throw the stick out in the ice. Now they get Yzerman a stick.
Yanni dumps it in wide of Steffen. Norwood had it knocked away. Creighton scores!
Savard hooked Norwood from behind. There's a dump in from center ice. It'll be a power play goal. And it's Steve Larmer that got the goal as he just picked up the loose puck off the end boards. Norwood go to get it. Savard hooked it around him. And Larmer, as he did in Game 5, stuffed it and went off Steffen's right skate. Watch Savard stick wrap around right there. And a bad angle, nowhere to go, and it deflected in off Steffen's pad to tie the game at 1. Larmer's second of the playoffs.
Each team with a power play goal. Wings clear the zone. Creighton waiting there. Sends it across. It's taken by O'Connell. To center ice. He backhands it in on Chevrier.
1 minute to play in the period.
Yanni to Savard. Savard takes his time. Starts it back the other way. Little soft pass for Larmer.
Look out.
Here comes Creighton. He's got Savard with him. Couldn't make the pass. Sends it back. Savard couldn't hold it in. Conroy.
That's icing. Would have been a two-line pass.
No, they waved it off.
Kidding me.
They said it was deflected.
Good. Good. Oh, man, they're both going to go.
I can't believe. Is O'Connell going to go?
Oh, yeah.
And
Yep.
second of the playoffs.
He gets punched in the head by Creighton.
Boy, O'Connell's not going to believe this.
Number 8, Trent Yanni. 1839. Blackhawk goal scored by
Pretty sure they're both going.
Assisted by Savard and Yanni.
Savard and Yanni drew the assist on Larmer's goal. Originally, I thought it was Creighton that shot it.
May not be a double here. He put both hands up like they're both going to go. There's the high stick in the elbow by Creighton. Now you see, there's Koharski as the camera went by him with both hands, but only Creighton's going to the box.
Number 22, Anna Creighton. 2 minutes for high
See,
sticking.
Dirk Graham's arguing with him now that he made both calls.
Blackhawk penalty, Creighton. 2 minutes for high sticking at 19:28.
So the Red Wings, like the Hawks, now have had 5 power plays in this period. 32 seconds left on the. Hard to tell in the second angle that replay. Did that Larmer goal beat Steffen off the left skate on the short side or go through the legs?
I think he went under the pads and hit the pads and went in. He had nowhere to go with it, so he just stuffed it. That's how he got his goal in Detroit, through the pads as well.
Norwood moves it to Chason. Gallant right in front of the Hawk bench. Jammed up there by Dirk Graham. Wings just trying to dig it loose. Hawks content to let that clock run. Here comes Troy Murray. Offside.
Boy, Murray hauled down, and they're looking for a call there. And now Graham's at it with Chason. Linesman did a heck of a job. They both linesmen wrestled both players to the ground. That job isn't tough. Two old friends are at it again, Gallant and Manson. They're gonna go or not? Might as well just let them go and get it over with. They've been going at each other the whole series. Get Chason off. Eisenman and Murray. I don't think they're going to bother anybody down there. They're trying to be quiet and keep it calm. Gallant and Manson both get the wave from Koharski, but we'll have to wait to see what he calls. 2 waves before and only 1 penalty.
Well, the problem was the play was offside, and Koharski didn't realize it. The whistle should have gone well before it did.
Well, I think it probably did from the linesman, but nobody could hear it. Now, the big argument was Troy Murray getting hauled down, hooked at the blue line, and no call being made there originally.
Penalties here at 19:48.
Under their famous chant here at Chicago Stadium. About the Wings in Detroit.
I don't think there's going to be any additional manpower advantage. Let's take a look at it here,
Now,
man.
you see the hook on Troy Murray. Right there by Gallant. Now, you won't see him go down. Chason and Graham just keep on going and going and going. And Hansen and Gallant.
Detroit penalties, number 3, Steve Chason, 2 minutes for roughing. Number 17, Gerard Gallant, 2 minutes for roughing.
They're both going, Manson and Gallant, 2 minutes each for roughing.
2 minutes for roughing. And number 33, Dirk Graham.
Graham gets 2 for roughing. Chason 2 for roughing. There's 4 minor penalties. Troy Murray is totally incensed with Koharski right now.
Well, I don't think he realized that the play had been ruled offside before he was taken down. So
12 seconds left in the first period, a 1-1 hockey game. Norwood for the Red Wings, Larmer for the Hawks. And once again, as we expected, a long period of hockey.
the up and down season of the 88-89 Red Wings will make a great story and a great addition to your sports video collection. And you can call now, operators are on duty, at area code 313-567-7500 to order your copy of the season highlight video of the 88-89 Red Wings. Be sure to specify Beta or VHS. You can use your Discover, Visa, or MasterCard. So call and order right now. 12 seconds left in the period. And with the face-off at the Detroit blue line, probably not enough time to get down and even get a pop at Chevrier.
13-7 shots on goal favor the Red Wings, or the Hawks rather.
O'Connell for Norwood, quickly up the middle.
Offside.
Hit the skate of Yzerman, so the offside call is made. Off just inside the Detroit line where Norwood originated that pass. Oates at center ice, 4 seconds remaining. He'll shoot one in toward Chevrier, and that'll do it as the siren goes off. First period pretty much having everything that we expected. A lot of chippy play, several penalties, several power play chances. Each team scores a power play goal, and it's 1-1 after one. When we come back, Ray Lane visiting with number 14 of the Chicago Blackhawks, former New York Islander Greg Gilbert. That and much more right after this.
After the first 20 minutes of regulation here in game number 6 at Chicago Stadium, a 1-1 affair at the 6:21 mark, a power play goal scored by the Red Wings' Lee Norwood. And then at the 18:39 mark, Larmer comes in on the power play for the Blackhawks, and it's all tied up at 1-1. Like we had the other night in game number 5 at the end of the first period, the end of the second period, little tussles along the board just before the period ended. And maybe we can find out a little bit more about it from Greg Gilbert as he steps in right now. Greg, we appreciate you giving us a little time.
Thanks very much for having me.
You are not an old-timer as far as when it comes to these playoff games. I mean, you saw them in 81 and 82, 82 and 83, and you have some championship rings with the Islanders. Is this a little different tone, though, and as you look at it now, a mature veteran with the Blackhawks?
Well, you know, I'm trying to give them a little experience in the playoffs. You know, I'm trying to keep the guys calm and help as much in the ice as I can. You know, I'm just trying to do my job out there, and that's the key to playoff hockey. I've learned is everybody just do their own job, not try to do too much. And you know, it's a tough series, good struggle, and it's a good game.
Mr. Gilbert does not come in without anything as far as on the board. 1 goal, a couple of assists, the big goal in that fourth game, a couple of assists in that last game. It's been a good playoff series, but I think you still would like some more ice time.
Oh, most definitely. You know, I want to help contribute more than what I've been doing. You know, Mike's pretty well set with what he's going to do, and you know, it's his decisions all the time during the game. So I've learned what you have to do is the ice time that you do get, just give it your best shot, do your job, and hopefully contribute.
Okay, when you came to this club, you had played 55 games this year with the Islanders. Come over here and actually only get about 4 games in. When you come into the playoffs now, how do you define your role?
Well, try to support the guys that are playing, and like again, all I can say is try to do my job. You know, I'm trying to keep the guys up on the bench, and Dwayne Sutter is doing the same thing, and I think that's where experience comes in. You know, in tough times, you have to try to keep the guys calm and relaxed in there, and there's a delicate balance. You have to be relaxed and calm, but you have to be intense. So it's a very fine line, but you know, we're trying to support them as much as we can and help out.
That old trite phrase, seasoned veteran. But coming into this this playoff series against the Red Wings in the Norris Division was something new for you. Did you expect what you are seeing right now, or did you expect more?
I don't know. It's pretty intense out there. It's good. Every game's been good, hard-hitting game, good skating game, and a lot of good plays out there. And I kind of expected it. You know, there seems to be a rivalry between Detroit and Chicago, so it's a very intense playoff round. And I've been in a few of those in the past, and nothing's changed. Playoffs is a whole new season, and everything starts fresh.
And going back a little less than a decade, you had a great goaltender with the Islanders, but Mr. Chevrier here has certainly done a job for the Blackhawks.
Most definitely. Chevy's held us in a great number of games. He's playing superb, and hopefully he'll keep playing that way. But we have to cut down on their scoring opportunities as forwards and defensemen and give Chevy a little help, because he's doing an unbelievable job.
But when that happens, it also gets physical, doesn't it?
Most definitely. Most definitely. You have to take the ice away. You can't give them ice, and whenever you're going to take ice away from the Red Wings, there's going to be a battle for it. So you better be ready.
Craig Gilbert, you plan to be with the Blackhawks next season?
I sure hope so. I'll do my darndest to be here.
Thank you for sharing some time with us. Good luck in the second
Thanks
period.
very much. I appreciate it.
It's a 1-1 game. We'll be right back after this word from Arby's.
You're watching first round Stanley Cup playoff action between the Detroit Red Wings and the Chicago Blackhawks on WKBD TV 50, your place for sports.
Back live at Chicago Stadium, where the Red Wings, for the second time in this series, facing elimination, trailing the series 3-2. We're all tied at the end of one period of Game 6. Score is 1-1. Mick, really a pretty tight checking period of hockey with all the chippiness in between.
Pretty much so. Even though the Hawks outshot him by 6 shots, Stefan, I thought, made several real big stops in the mid part of that period, and the Hawks started to come on later. But, boy, I'm telling you, it's dangerous when you're playing with power plays like that on both sides. I mean, sooner or later, you're going to get burnt by them, and, if they have that many throughout the whole hockey game, you average 5 a period, my goodness. You're going to be shorthanded a lot, and that means a lot to your line changes. A lot of guys aren't getting ice time. They're sitting on the bench. Legs get stiff. Not very good. Doesn't make for a good situation at all. But Stefan came up with some big stops in a very tight period. Jock's got to be happy. They're on the road. They come out of it 1-1. What the heck? And, kind of a break goal for the Hawks on Larmer. Good play by Savard, as he stripped Norwood of the puck. We'll have a look at that right now. Second goal of the period. We'll look at the first one right now by Norwood on a power play. And Norwood does get credit as it goes all the way from the point through 2 sets of legs of the Chicago Blackhawks. Chevrier did not see it at all. And the one-timer from Oates, he just gave it to Oates, got it back, and didn't stop it, just boom. And it was 1-0 early in the hockey game. 6:21. And Norwood gets his first of the series. Larmer comes back for the Hawks on a kind of a funny play. Norwood goes into the corner. Watch Savard closely behind him. Gets his arm on him and just lifted the stick barely. And there's the shot banked in off Stefan's pads underneath. Larmer with nowhere to go, but he just stuffed it at the net. That's the old adage. If you got nowhere to go with it, put it on the net. You never know when it'll go in. Larmer did and gets his second to tie the hockey game. But it's right where we began about an hour ago. We figured we'd get about an hour in the period, Dave, and that's what it was. 55 minutes of slamming and banging.
Each team with 5 power play opportunities. Each team scored a power play goal, and the Hawks out shooting the Wings 13-7. Right now it's time for our Little Caesar Player of Tomorrow, and tonight we look at a young man by the name of Dan Curry.
Player of Tomorrow, brought to you by Little Caesars, where you always get 2 great pizzas for 1 low price. Tonight's Little Caesars Player of Tomorrow is Dan Curry. Dan currently plays defense and goalie for his Birmingham Mustang Squirt AA travel team.
I first started when I was 4 years old, played for Rexel Electronics, and I took after, I think, 3 of my brothers.
Dan is 11 years old and attends Detroit Country Day. He started skating at the age of 3 in the Detroit Skate Club. This season, Dan and his Mustang team compiled 53 wins, 20 losses, and 5 ties as they went on to win the district and state championships for the 2nd consecutive year. Last season, his team traveled to Chicago for a Thanksgiving tournament, where they won 2 games, and then competed in Buffalo, New York, where they won once.
The most exciting thing that happened to me was when the Birmingham Mustangs won their first Squirt A championship for the state and for a Squirt AA championship for the state.
Because of his aggressive style of play, Little Caesars is proud to name Dan Curry as the Little Caesars Player of Tomorrow. Player of Tomorrow has been brought to you by Little Caesars, where you always get 2 great pizzas for 1 low price. You're watching first round Stanley Cup playoff action between the Detroit Red Wings and the Chicago Blackhawks on WKBD TV 50, your place for sports.
Still 1-1 here after one period of play at Chicago Stadium in game number 6 between the Blackhawks and the Red Wings. And an update now for you in that Philadelphia-Washington game. The Caps have just picked up a goal in the third period to tie up the game. And keep an eye on Stevens here. The Caps down 2-1. Philadelphia out in front at this point. And a good scrap for the puck in behind the net, back out in front. Good clean shot, nobody around. Beats him on the left side. And Stevens with the goal ties it up at 2-2. Earlier, it was Murphy and Prop scoring for Philadelphia. So we'll keep you posted on that one. Philadelphia leading in the series 3-2 coming into that one. 2 other games going tonight. That'll find Calgary out at Vancouver. Already 2 shutouts in that series in the first 5 games. And Calgary needs one more win to eliminate the Canucks. And the LA Kings will be playing at Edmonton. Edmonton with a 3-2 lead in games played so far in that one. And when the scores begin to come in from that Calgary-Vancouver, we'll pass it along to you. Well, things are heating up, getting all ready for the second period. 16 penalties called in the first period. Let's move back upstairs. Once again, here's Dave and Mickey.
Back upstairs, thank you, Ray, and a couple of different stats that we've been keeping track of here in the first period of this game, Mick.
Yes, we've got some hits. Chicago out-hitting Detroit 16-11. The Blackhawks had 7 hits in the offensive zone. Detroit just 4. Zombo alone had 4 hits for Detroit. And face-off, Chicago 15 of 28 and Detroit 13 of 28. Red Wings did not win a face-off in the Chicago end.
Minute 28 remaining in Adam Creighton's penalty as we start the second period. Alain Chevrier faced but 7 shots, was beaten once on that power play goal by Lee Norwood. A very special Red Wing hello and best wishes we want to send along to Diane Chappell, who's up at Munson Hospital in Traverse City, a long time Red Wing fan. In fact, we understand that her and her husband's first date was at Olympia Stadium many years ago, and they named their first son Gordie after, obviously, the great Gordie Howe. We want to pass along best wishes to Diane. Yzerman, McLean, Klima up front. Gallant still serving his minor penalty. That came at the 1948 mark, so he's got to wait till the 148 mark of the second period to come back. Norwood and O'Connell will play the points to start off with this man advantage as the big pipe organ here at Chicago Stadium, getting the crowd revved up.
This has been the Hawks period scoring-wise in the series. The Red Wings have got to eliminate that. They've got to turn it around.
It comes to McLean. His shot blocked as he was trying to cut in on Chevrier. One of the Hawks there, I believe, was Bob Murray. Not the stick on the shot that ends up over the glass side of the play.
Boy, Bobby Murray, Dave, thought his career was over. He went to Saginaw, played most of the year there, did not get along well with Coach Keenan, or Mike Keenan didn't like the play of Bob Murray, whatever, and he just never thought he'd see the NHL again. But fortunately for the Hawks, he's back with Doug Wilson's injury. He's got a goal in the series, a big one here in Game 4. And the old Kent put an old head on young shoulders, boy. Murray, a 14-year veteran.
Yzerman able to reach around Troy Murray, gets it back to Norwood. Norwood moves it to Yzerman at the rim of the circle. He gets out between the circles. Boy, is he tricky with that puck. Goes to Klima. Back to Yzerman. He let it go for O'Connell. Lets the shot go. Deflected. And Chevrier has it in the glove. McLean was hoping for a rebound, but there was nothing there.
O'Connell kept the shot down, but Chevrier saw it all the way and did not allow a rebound. McLean was poised and ready to snap one home. Yzerman let that pass go right through him. He knew O'Connell was back there, and he was being checked immediately. 53 seconds left in the Creighton penalty.
Situation like that, would O'Connell be yelling to Yzerman to let it go, or would Yzerman just make that decision?
He'd let him know he's back there. He'd say, you know, I'm here, I'm here. That's the communication game out there. This stadium, as noisy as it is, boy, you got to holler pretty loud.
Yzerman's got to come up with something to counteract Troy Murray banging his stick before he takes those face-offs. Yzerman's been complaining to the linesman. Look out, a near giveaway there by Norwood. Yzerman's been complaining to the linesman that Troy Murray never gets his stick down. his own stick down, and then he's just tapping Yzerman's stick. Hard work by Troy Murray, but it comes to Paul McLean. Across the line, Larmer will take over. He looks for an opening, just does get it by O'Connell. 15 seconds coming up now, remaining in Creighton's penalty, and the Wings will look to rush it up the ice one last time with a power play. Early stages of the second period, 1-1 our score, Game 6, Norris Division semifinals. Hawks with a 3-2 lead. Klima couldn't quite control. Bob Murray able to clear just as Creighton steps out, so there's no icing. Comes to Norwood. He has the Red Wing goal in this game. Carries across the line. Makes a little move. Whoa, he's hooked, and a penalty coming to the Hawks again. Norwood, I think, fooled everybody on the Hawk defense. They thought he was going to dump it in. Wings with a man advantage when we return.
Red Wings have got to make this power play work. Norwood on the offensive rush. Who hooks him? Gilbert. Right arm. Lee did a good job to help Koharski make the call, as all players are doing today. Red Wings only had one shot on goal in 1 minute and 30 seconds of that first power play. Got to do better than that.
Face off to the right of Chevrier. See, Troy Murray never puts the stick down. He just goes right after Yzerman's stick. Maybe we can watch it here. See that? He goes right after Yzerman's stick and then flats the puck. That's been a very effective tactic for him. Look at Oates. Across for Yzerman. It was blocked. Still loose. Box clear. One of the few times we've seen the Wings have that 2-on-1 set up deep along the Chicago goal line with a man advantage. Here comes Dave Barr now. Drives it behind Chevrier. Oates waiting along the board. Stopped it with a skate. Troy Murray plays it back up the glass. Larmer able to tip it out of the zone. He comes up the right wing. Larmer lets the shot go. Snap of the save.
Gonna go with it and catch him.
Oates on the move. He carries across the line. Drops it to Yzerman. Back in deep to Oates. Right on in front. O'Connell. Save. Oh, cleared by Keith Brown. Bouncing puck back there. Conroy drives it up the boards. Gilbert DeLorme. He bumps with Presley. DeLorme gets it across the line. Chevrier left it there for Keith Brown. He'll slap it up the boards. Zombo. Giveaway there to Savard. Waiting for Presley to get onside. He didn't wait long enough. Oh, we're going to have a penalty after the offside.
Aaron high stick by now. An Aaron high stick by McLean. Now what Savard is claiming that he's cut. Now he was cut early in the game on the lip. And it will not be 5 minutes. Koharski's not going to buy it. Power play.
Well, either the players are going to get their sticks down or something, because this game has had absolutely no flow with all these minor penalties. And
well, we expected that.
Although there's 6 power plays now on both sides, or there will be once Gilbert comes out of the box. Nobody's had a 2-minute power play, I don't think.
No.
This Red Wing penalty or power play lasted 1:24. The Hawks will likewise have 1:24 when the Gilbert penalty is over. 4 skaters aside right now. 1-1 our score. Just over 3 minutes gone by in the second period. A Red Wing victory, and we've got Game 7 right here on TV 50 on Saturday night, live from Joe Louis Arena. Burr avoided the hit, dumped it back in behind Chevrier. Quick pass to Presley. Wayne Presley sends it across for Conroy. Conroy back to Presley. Lines up for the shot, just off the end of Steffen's glove. Zambo plays it up the boards. Gets some help now from Sean Burr. Burr starts it back the other way. Gilbert's out of the box. The Hawks with the power play now. Presley slapped that off at Hill. Here comes Presley the other way, across the line. Mishandles the puck. O'Connell able to clear. Paul McLean in the penalty box for another minute. Bob Murray, number 6 for the Hawks. Center ice, drives it in behind Steffen. He'll be able to stop this one. Look out. He played it himself up the board. Chabot able to chop at center ice. Checked right away by Larmer. Chabot still giving the Hawks problems, and now Bob Murray takes over. Comes back behind his own net. 35 seconds left in the power play. Manson, center ice. Shifting with the puck. Carries into the Detroit zone. Now Savard. That'll be knocked away by Barr out to center ice. And the Wings will try to change up the penalty-killing unit as the Hawks come back into the Detroit zone. Larmer for Creighton. Back for Savard. To the line, Bob Murray. Savard along the boards, couldn't handle.
Could have shot it and didn't, but a miscue there.
Wings failed to get it out when they had the opportunity. Savard in deep. Larmer mishandled. Rolls out in front. Hit the side of the net. McLean is out of the box, and here come the Wings. DeLorme from center ice. Rolls it in behind Chevrier. Both teams 1 for 6 on the power play, and that's all the scoring in the hockey game. Would have been icing, but Steffen had to play it. Huda, dangerous pass. Bounces down into the Chicago zone. There's no icing here. McGill plays it back up the right wing boards for the Hawks, and Larmer has it. Steve Larmer, number 28, drives it in. That should be icing. It is called as Norwood touches up. 14-17 left second period. We remain tied at 1-1. 16-9 the shots on goal favoring Chicago, so they've had 3 in this period. The Red Wings have had 2. Each team has had another power play opportunity. Up in the press box, down in one of the end zones here. That's Red Wing owner Mike Gillich, second from the right. Very concerned and intense as he is at all Red Wing games. Troy Murray back the other way for the Hawks across the line. Let's go. A shot blocked by Huda up into the seats by the organ loft and out of play. Saw an interesting story on the news the other day. Mike Gillich and Little Caesars looking to put a deal together with the Soviets. The Soviet pizza goes to Moscow. Be interesting. I don't think they're used to giving much away in the Soviet Union, let alone 2 for the price of 1.
Nothing at all. Last time I remembered, 1972.
Hudson wins the draw to Yanni. He didn't have much room to operate, but he kept it in. Here's Chason. Slaps it to the corner. Burr slides it up the boards. Robertson hit hard by Thomas. Thomas slides it back to the corner. Dwayne center. Checked by DeLorme.
The line you got to watch out for. Big and strong. Sutter. Hudson, look out. Oh, what a save, Steffen.
Corey Robertson may have gotten away with a cross check there.
Wow, I'll tell you what. Hudson had the open net. Steffen just, by pure reaction, just put his leg over there, and Hudson slammed it right in.
Here's Thomas. Look out. He can shoot it, but he elects to pass this time to Savard. Shot. Save Steffen. He's knocked over. Sutter takes a dive as Steffen.
He hit him with a, sort of swung the stick at him. Robertson in with McGill. And here comes another hit. Larmer up to get Zombo. Things are heating up again.
Here's Koser. Quick pass. Didn't quite hit Eiserman with it. Driven back in by Conroy. Chason bangs it off the board. Savard. In front. Larmer scores.
Chason down and hurt. Glass got popped right out of the top of the boards, and Chason is down heavily. Who got it? Vincelette from behind. There goes the glass. Chason down. No penalty. And underneath Steffen goes Larmer for his second of the night. Chason cleared the puck off the boards. There were 2 Hawks on him, and there was a third one, Savard, trailing, and he picked it up and dumped it through to Larmer, and he stuffed it underneath Greg Steffen. I don't know if that glass popped out completely or whether it broke. and shattered. Nevertheless, it's 2-1 Chicago. Look at the three Hawks right there. Jason doesn't get a good angle on the pop. And here's Savard to Larmer out in front.
Larmer second of the night, third of the series. Savard will get an assist. Steve Jason favoring that sore left leg.
Blackhawk goal is second of the game, is third of the series.
Savard will get the only assist on the goal by Larmer, but Vincelette helped make the play.
Jason went into the boards with, I don't remember which, with his left leg too.
Yzerman, Kosar, and Gallant out there now against Creighton, Thomas, and Presley. 12:57 to go, second period. Here's Yzerman, plays it ahead for Kosar. Tough angle, he'll send it toward the net, and it went wide. Held in by O'Connell. That's deflected out center ice by Creighton. Delayed offside, waved out. Bob Murray plays it for Presley. Ahead for Creighton. He's angled off by O'Connell. Centering pass, Presley! He scores!
He's got two other goals shorthanded. Presley snuck in behind Yzerman. Thomas jumped on the loose puck. Went off of Stephan's right elbow and down into the corner of the net.
Oates across the line. The series could be hanging in the balance in the next couple of minutes here. Red Wings trail by 2. A lot of time left, but the Hawks will try to put on the kill. Here comes Dirk Graham. He's got Hudson with him. Graham shot blocked by Huda. Wings played that well. Conroy checked by Barr. 26 seconds apart, the two goals. Huda slides it ahead for Adam Oates. Troy Murray steps up to block it. Dirk Graham across the line. Hawks want to change. Crowd wanted a penalty. Here comes Kleeman, trying to go wide. Now Larmer trying to get it by Norwood. Larmer's second effort gets it center ice. Taken by DeLorme back in his own zone. DeLorme plays it back the other way and then knocks down Savard. The Wings will be offside here. 11:21 to go, second period. Hawks taking command, lead 3-1. Back live with the action in the Chicago zone. McLean knocks it away from Vincelette. Graves, his first action, takes the shot, Chevrier the save. And back comes Vincelette now for Hudson. Hawks with a 2-goal lead. And we haven't reached the halfway mark in the second period, but a critical couple of minutes here. Sutter checked hard by McLean. He comes center ice for Adam Graves. One-on-one against McGill. Graves will try to cut in. McGill won't let him. Sutter did not get it by O'Connell and slapped back in by Shabbat. Bob McGill backhands it for Vincelette. He'll slap it back behind Stephan. The Hawks late in the regular season had 7 occasions blew 2-goal leads in this building.
This crowd into it right now, exactly. 30 minutes of hockey. They lead it by 2, 3-1. The goals just 26 seconds apart. face on now. If it's going to go to the Detroit dressing room, I'm pretty sure he's done for the night. Adam Creighton got a big assist on that second Hawk goal in this period, too. Big reach of his again.
Center ice, Delorme. Delayed offside. Kosar and Delorme have to get back on. Hawks will clear. Thomas, though, hit Eiserman with that. Thomas drilled by Kosar. Hawks recovered. Center ice, Presley tried to hop around Norwood. Oh, is he going to call that?
He sure is.
Boy, that's a dive by Presley.
That's probably the worst call you'll see right there. When there shouldn't be one. Presley just did a spinorama by himself and got Koharski to blow the whistle. I didn't think there was any way he was going to call this. Watch Presley. Norwood puts a hook on him where? Over the gloves. Now Presley just...
Boy, a veteran official in a playoff game shouldn't go for that kind of dive.
You wouldn't think so.
There's enough legitimate stuff going on out there. Klima working hard, back-checking. O'Connell slaps it back the other way. Key penalty-killing situation for Detroit. Bob Murray plays it up the boards. Larmer at his own blue line leaves it there for Creighton. On the right wing for Savard. Got a man open. Manson with a shot deflected by Steffen. He's got the end of the goal stick on it. Bob Murray goes to Larmer. Back to Bob Murray. Lets the shot go just wide of Steffen. He never saw it. Larmer played it for Creighton and hopped over a stick. Zombo tried to rip it around the glass, but Savard has it. Savard's pass broken up. Shabbat clears. Minute 10 left in Norwood's penalty. Savard across the line. Goes to Troy Murray along the board.
He wants it back, too. He gets it.
Savard for Larmer. Oh, he waited too long, and Klima came over to help out. Bob Murray lets a shot go. It never made it through. It goes back to Troy Murray in the corner. Out to the line, Bob Murray sends it across, blocked by O'Connell.
Oh, he hit Klima up the middle. Didn't see it.
I think you're going to see Klima killing a lot of penalties.
Sure.
They're going to need him out there. Bob Murray plays it ahead. Dirk Graham couldn't control the pass. It's sent back the other way. Down to half a minute left in Norwood's penalties. Manson goes to Troy Murray. Now to Dirk Graham. Back to Troy Murray. Up the middle across the line. Eiserman taken down. He may go for the hand pass, or will he just get a whistle? He gets a whistle. Let's go downstairs for a playoff update with Ray Lane. Ray?
Well, just moments ago, Gustafson picks up a goal, and we go right now to a 3-3 game after the scoring here. Leading up 3-2, the goal does it, and ties it up at 3 apiece in the third period. And the Flyers trying to take care of the Caps tonight, but right now they got an uphill battle, but things are all even with about halfway to go in the third period. Back upstairs.
Did that puck go in off of what I thought it was?
It sure did. I imagine Mr. Hextall had an argument about that one. Gustafson dragged it in with the skate, popped it up in the air. Redmond could use one like that right now. 8:18 to go in the second. They trail 3-1 to the Hawks.
Draw one cleanly by Troy Murray. Back to Keith Brown. Back to Brown. Lets a shot go. Score! Troy Murray on a deflection. Power play goal.
Not much you can do about those. Murray standing right in the doorstep of Greg Steffen, redirected it right underneath him. And the Wings have a long way to come back.
Troy Murray wins the face-off. Watch, he'll just head to the front of the net. Keith Brown gives it off on the boards there. I believe that's Steve Thomas.
Yeah.
Back to Brown.
Right up underneath the midsection of Steffen. 4-1 Chicago, and they smell St. Louis coming on.
Nick, we showed the graphic. The second period has been the Hawks period in this series. And tonight, a graphic illustration of that. Oates across the line, couldn't make a move with it. Dirk Graham, he's got Hudson. Graham into the zone for Thomas. Oh, and it ricocheted just wide. Oh, the Hawks all over the Red Wings now. Oates drives it in behind Chevrier. Conroy. To Vincelette. His pass broken up by Kleeman. Oates sends it back in on Chevrier. He drops it off for Conroy. Zombo trying to wait for Barr. Now the Hawks able to clear the zone. Check there by Oates. Brown rolls it back into the Detroit zone. 7:10 to go, second period. 4-1 Chicago.
Detroit has got to get the next goal. They've got to try to get one right here in the second period. At the very least, go into that third period needing 2 goals.
Let it go to Vincelette. Vincelette took it away from Zombo, but Zombo stole the centering attempt. Ahead to Paul McLean, up the left wing side, Gallant. It rolls in wide to Chevrier.
Right up, Yanni!
Trent Yanni. Couple of wings on him. Yanni able to drag it to center ice. McLean works him over. The puck rolls in wide to Steffen. Salar. Checked by DeLorme. Norwood able to clear it. They wave out the icing. Conroy behind his own net. Flips it high up the glass. It'll end up in the seats out of play. 6:17 to go, second period. Hawks with a 3-goal lead. Gerard Gallant, one of the players the Wings will be looking to try to lead a comeback here. Down by 3 goals on the road. 6:17 to go, second period. Facing elimination. It doesn't get much more desperate than this, especially when you're facing a hot goaltender like Alain Chevrier, who hasn't been severely tested tonight. The Hawks have outshot the Wings 20-11.
Well, they've got to turn this momentum around first and then get some scoring opportunities on Chevrier.
Wings again out hitting the Hawks in this period by a better than 2-1 margin, but the Hawks taking advantage. Here's Gallant, rips a shot, Chevrier save, rebound as Yzerman was checked, goes wide. Center ice Conroy, up the left wing side for Hudson, back for Conroy. Tough angle shot, he missed the net. McLean. And now Norwood for Yzerman, across the line, peels back. Yzerman looking for some room. Good poke check there by Conroy. Wings changing up. Conroy flips it back. Knocked down by Zombo at his own blue line. Up the middle, Graves tips it ahead. Conroy slapped it off of Yzerman. Now it comes off the boards and it's out center ice. Back to get it, O'Connell. Graves just deflects it out through center ice into the Chicago zone. McGill with his head down, but he's able to
Coughed it up. The Hawks recover big freight. He has been a tower of strength, hasn't he?
Burr back across the line. John Burr sends it back toward the net, knocked down by Graves. Chabot rolls it out in front. Steve Thomas picks it off, and the Hawks back the other way, 3-on-3. Thomas just rolls it in wide. Chabot gives it back to Burr across the line. He'll try to cut in. Taken down by Conroy. Loose puck, and Savard is there to flip it away. DeLorme. Deflected by Burr up into the Chicago zone.
They're working hard. They're working hard. That's what they've got to do. Just keep working. Try to get themselves a break.
Larmer across the line. Sends it across. Savard. Back into the corner for Larmer. Rolls it out in front. Picked up by Chabot. Center ice for Barr. He's got Klima with him. Barr across the line. Thinks and plays him well. Barr able to clear the zone. Norwood. Barr trying to draw the penalty. Here's a steal by Manson. Delayed offside. Center ice, Vincelette trying to wheel it back into the wing zone. DeLorme blocks it. Trent Gagne will have to chase it back behind his own net. 3:40 to go, second period. Wings need something before the intermission. Zambo at his own blue line again. Plays it ahead for Oates. Across the line. Sends it across the Chicago zone. Zambo for Klima. Klima sends it across. O'Connell shot wide of the net. Zambo will get there to hold it in. Dumps it back in deep for Oates. Right out in front for Klima, and it was in his skates. Klima gets it back, lets a shot go. Deflected, and the Hawks clear. O'Connell rushing back across the line. McLean heading for the net. He'll catch up to it in the corner. Steve Thomas now for the Hawks. Gave it away there to Gallant. Lets the shot go just wide of Chevrier. McLean dumps it back for Oates. And from McLean, Chevrier the save of the rebound sent wide. Gallant trying to get it loose, and the Hawk player down on top of the puck gets the whistle. 2.5 remaining, second period. Hawks in command, 4-1. Greg Steffen has been under siege here in the second period, not so much in terms of number of shots, but quality chances by the Hawks, and they have capitalized. They got goals from Marmer and Presley, each getting their third of the series just 26 seconds apart. And a couple of minutes after that, Troy Murray scored on a power play.
It shouldn't have been.
That was on the Norwood call.
That's the Norwood call, and Presley did a good job to get the call when there shouldn't have been one.
Keith Brown back behind his own net. Checked by McLean, but it hops to Conroy. He'll just ice it. Norwood will get there first, just ahead of Troy Murray. Lee Norwood, who's had an outstanding season and an effective playoff series. And look at the scoring difference. The Hawks have outscored the Wings by 7 in the second period alone, and by 4 overall in the series to this point. Mike Keenan hoping to lead Chicago to their first playoff series win since the Norris Division Finals of 1985, when they beat the North Stars and then went on to lose in 6 games to the Edmonton Oilers in the conference finals. The St. Louis Blues, who wrapped up their series with Minnesota Tuesday night in 5 games, awaiting the winner of this series. DeLorme tries to get loose along the board. Lost his stick. Thomas lost his helmet. McLean shot. Chevrier, I think, got a piece of that. Norwood, his pass broken up by Conroy. Back for Dirk Graham. Flipped it ahead. DeLorme doesn't see it. Now he's able to clear. Boy, the Hawks almost too many men on the ice there. Comes to Dirk Graham. He dumps it in behind Steffen. Left it there for Zambo. Minute 40 left in the period. Hansen, center ice. Here comes to Burr. Ahead for Green, trying to cut around Yanni. Out in front, Burr takes it back to the corner. Got the point. Sends it out to O'Connell. The shot. Chevrier saving the rebound. Went past Eiserman.
Penalty coming up here for who? Detroit? Yeah. Interference. Boy, Koharski's really got that whistle out on the Red Wings now, and it's going downhill for them. Graves is going to get an interference call on Chevrier for going in front of the net. Chicago. Back in a moment.
Detroit penalty number 12.
Adam Graves for interfering with Alain Chevrier at 18:36 in the second period. See if we can pick up what happened here.
Final shot. Save off the toe. There you have it.
Outside the crease. The Hawks on the power play in the series, what they've done tonight. During an 8-game, Chicago against Detroit had 54 power plays. The Red Wings against Chicago at 36. The last two calls, though, by Koharski, very weak by any standards. But the Hawks have the man advantage, and that's the important thing as far as they're concerned. And as we expected, Peter Klima out there as a penalty killer. You never know when he can break loose, even in a shorthanded situation. Here comes Manson out of his own zone, tips it ahead to Creighton. Creighton across the line. Shabbat knocks it away. He looks for Klima. Now Sambo sends it back for Shabbat. Shabbat back for Klima. Shoots. Blocked. Manson went down. Klima tries to get it loose, and he does, and it went wide. Klima screaming he wanted a penalty on Manson for closing his hand on the puck. Larmer now across the Detroit line. Hawks making a change. Goes to Dirk Graham. Back to the left point, Manson. Now to Conroy. On in front. Oh, a save. Nothing. Dirk Graham.
Man.
Just incredible reaction. Conroy, step in the save. O'Connell cleared. The Red Wings facing perhaps just 20 minutes left in their season. Mike Keenan knows, though, that it's far from over. His team, during the regular season, had a tendency to blow some leads in this building, but they have a big one, leading 4-1, and it remained 4-1 because of this outstanding save by Greg Steffen on Dirk Graham. Graham was the leading scorer against the Wings in the regular season. He has not done much scoring in this series. Now, that's a little bit of a case of Graham shooting it back towards Steffen, but still a great reaction by the Red Wing goaltender. And it keeps it at 4-1. Back with our second intervention activities right after this.
So after the second period, the Blackhawks pick up 3 unanswered goals. Larmer, Presley, and Murray to make it a 4-1 affair right now with 20 more minutes left in regulation. And a fellow that certainly was on the line out there the last couple of minutes, John Shabbat. The team is working, but maybe working, I don't want to say too late, but maybe not soon enough in that second period.
I don't know what it is. We were down a couple times, and they were lucky enough, I guess, to get a couple goals. Test's been playing well, and had a couple just squeak through on them. Those things are going to happen, but we got to make sure we minimize them, especially from here on in, and start producing something offensively, and hopefully they're going to go in. We had a couple chances even after that, but we got to really bear down and try and score. And, you know, it's just now or never, and it's got to be now.
Did the tempo change at all out there after they got 2 quick goals?
We picked it up more than anything. We went a little harder. There's no reason for it, really. We should have been going from the start of the game like that, but we weren't. Now we're playing for our lives, and a desperate team plays a lot harder than a team that you know, has a chance. So we're desperate, really desperate right now. We really want to at least go out with some kind of pride and try and get a couple goals and work hard the whole last 20 minutes and try and win it for people in Detroit.
At the other end, there hasn't been bad goaltending either on some of those saves.
Not really. Chevrier's played well all series. We expected that, and we got to him in Detroit, and there's no reason why we can't get to him tonight. And we got a few in the third, 3 in the third. And same, it's just an ice surface out there. It might be a little smaller, but it's still an ice surface, whether we're at home or on the road. And if we perform like we did in the third period last game, and we do it again tonight, then we're going to be successful. And we just got to make sure if we get a shot, we take it and not look for a perfect play, because he's not playing that well. You know, we're making him look good by hitting him with shots. So we just got to make sure that if we get those chances, that we let him go.
John, I know that you're concerned with the next 20 minutes, but as we talked the other night after you had that goal and you broke the 4-4 tie, we talked about the season a little bit with you. A very difficult overall season for you personally.
Yeah, it was difficult for the whole team, really. We didn't play as well as expected, and I didn't play as well as I wanted to, but bygones are bygones. Now we've got 20 minutes to play, and if I can come out with a big effort, and the team come out with a big effort, then that whole 80 games before, if we win tonight, the 80 games before is going to be all forgotten. It's going to be, yeah, we won, we're going back home to clinch. It's just up to us right now. They can play as well as they want, but if we want to play hockey and play like the Red Wings are capable of playing, there's no reason why we can't get 3 goals.
That means 3 goals to tie it up. Let's talk about the Blackhawks, because they have been playing hard hockey all season long against this Red Wing team, but they certainly have improved their team with a couple of trades this year.
Oh, they definitely have. A lot of teams have. Chicago made a couple smart trades. They got a couple good players, Adam Creighton, Chevrier. You know, those are their two key players right now that are playing real well for them. We got to overcome things like that. You know, we had a steady team. We have a good team. We have a team that got 80 points. We were up 20 odd points on them this year, and there's no reason why we can't come out and big in the third. You know, they made some big trades, but they felt they had to make them to improve, and we felt we were good enough to play in the playoffs and win in the playoffs, and we just got to go out and prove that.
Okay, John, we appreciate you taking time out. Get a rest, and hope the third period goes your way.
Thank you. We'll try.
our special guest, John Shabbat. And we'll be right back right after this brief time.
Wings are in a hole. To put it bluntly and mildly, they trail 4-1 at the end of 2 periods of play at Game 6. Mick, let's just talk quickly about something that Ray Lane brought up with John Shabbat, the key acquisition, Chevrier and Creighton. You know, another thought about those 2 players, they are playing in their first ever playoffs. Chevrier never played when he was with the Devils or obviously with Winnipeg, and Creighton likewise with Buffalo. A lot of people thought that Buffalo got the best of that trade, getting a goal scorer in Rick Vaive, and Vaive was playing well for them, but the Sabres are out of the playoffs, and Creighton, if they go ahead and win this series, is going to be a major factor, and Chevrier as well, with the Hawks getting to the second round for the first time in quite a few years.
No question about it. Creighton, I think, has got 9 points already with that assist, and he got a big assist there in the second period, but he has really been a thorn in the side of the Red Wings the whole thing, and the big thing about him is he's only 23 years old, big, strong, and he's got a lot of good hockey left in him, so he's a heck of a hockey player. We're going to have a look at all the goals in the second period, starting right now with the one that Creighton set up. Rather, this is the one before that, I'm sorry. The bank where Chason got hurt. Savard followed the play up, and Larmer, who you knew was going to explode in this series, being the goal scorer that he is, he had 43 during the season for Chicago, gets his second of the night, and that put the Hawks up 2-1. Seconds later, here is the play by Creighton with that big long reach. He ties up Mike O'Connell. In came Thomas, dumped it back to Presley. He goes to the backhand. Steffen got it with his right elbow, and it just got in over the line before Zombo could get those two just 26 seconds apart, and that blew that second period wide open. 3-1 at that point, Chicago. Presley from Thomas and Creighton. Then Troy Murray on a power play, a penalty that probably shouldn't have been called to Norwood, where Presley drew the call in a spinorama. Keith Brown the shot. Not much Greg Steffen can do. Nothing he can do actually at all. Troy Murray parked right in front of him, redirects it between his legs, and that makes it 4-1 Chicago at 11:49. Brown and Thomas getting the assist on the goal. So the Hawks with a commanding lead, Dave, and as John Shabbat said with Ray Lane, all they can do is try to really pick up the tempo as much as they can. They're going to have to gamble right off the get-go here. They did score 3 goals in Detroit the other night. They probably feel they can do it right here. As John said, just another ice surface. We've got to go and do it. They can't control what the Hawks are doing, but they certainly can let her go offensively and try to get as many opportunities offensively as they can on Chevrier and try to climb back in this thing. Takes 2 to get 3 and 3 to get 4. That's where they got to start.
Let's take a look right now at Jacques Demers with Coach's Clinic as he talks tonight about skating technique.
Coach's Clinic with Jacques Demers, brought to you by Weingarts, Michigan's largest outdoor power equipment dealer since 1945.
This week in Coach's Clinic, we talk about forward skating. Too many times some youngsters skate and they skate forward, but their whole body and the balance is all forward. They're not very good. When you want to skate forward, you skate, you put your knees down, you put yourself in a straight position, and you stride, a lot of stride with your hands going forward, and that way there's no problem whatsoever. Here's one of the youngsters doing some forward skating for us. His head is up, his shoulders are straight, a lot of good strides. We're doing it in slow motion because you back home, we want you to see it the right way. Let's do it again one more time. Very important. As we go back, we want to show that your head is up, your shoulders are straight, and you're certainly giving some good strides with your hands going back and forth like a locomotion, like a train. Here we go. Head up straight, hands are going, push, push, and that way you're going to have a good distance, good speed, I should say, to go and always keep your head up.
Coach's Clinic with Jacques Demers has been brought to you by Weingarts in Utica. We service what we sell. You're watching first round Stanley Cup playoff action between the Detroit Red Wings and the Chicago Blackhawks on WKBD TV 50, your place for sports.
Well, we come back to Chicago Stadium. There's a little celebration going on in the city of brotherly love tonight as the Philadelphia Flyers have prevailed in game number 6 as they knock off Washington. Final score 4-3. The celebration has begun. As we mentioned, over the Caps 4 games to 2. They better hide the Liberty Bell tonight. But it'll be interesting in those Patrick Division finals now. State of Pennsylvania for pride as the Flyers will be taking on the Penguins. Right now, we're about to take on 20 minutes, the third period here at the Chicago Stadium, with the Red Wings trailing by a score of 4-1. I guess we've said it before, do or die, but it's all now. The last gasp is here. Let's see what the Red Wings can create. Now back upstairs to Dave and Mickey.
Mick, no question, a psychological move here. Greg Steffen simply superb in the first 2 periods, although beaten 4 times. And Glenn Hanlon, the veteran who has won so many big games over the last couple of years in the playoffs on the road, is in the nets to start the third. Jacques Demers hoping to spark his club.
Well, so many times it does happen when you change goaltenders for no other reason than just that. Jacques has gone with that. He'll try to pull everything out of the hat that he can here in the third period. Red Wings obviously probably talking about that game in Detroit the other night where they scored the 3 goals to win at home. They were down 4-3. A minute into the third period, they won it 6-4.
36 seconds left on Adam Gray's penalty. That's the first thing to take care of before the Wings can start come out and come back. Here is Trent Yawning. Drives it in behind Hanlon. Up the boards, Thomas with a skate. To Creighton. Slides it across, Hanlon deflects it. Presley. Out to the line, Yawning shot. Save made by Hanlon. Lima got a piece of it. Presley, though, able to hold it in. Presley sends it to Thomas. Quick shot. Back up the boards now, Trent Yawning. Sends it across. Thomas. Hanlon the save. Loose puck right in front, now behind the net. Thomas. Graves comes out of the box. Norwood able to clear now for Klima. Klima just slides it in on Chevrier. Wings changing up. Chevrier dumped it down the ice. And the goaltender, Chevrier, is going to be guilty of icing the puck as Zambo touches up. The Blackhawks faced elimination once already this season on the last night of the regular season when they won in overtime. Let's go downstairs for another update from Ray Lane.
Okay, guys, that game at Edmonton between the Kings and the Oilers just underway. And Edmonton comes up with an early goal as Edmonton would like to celebrate themselves in their own city, leading 3-2 and up early in the first period. Now making the second 1-0.
Oilers have won 14 straight at the North Plains Coliseum in postseason play. Troy Murray again winning the faceoff. Conroy plays it up the right wing side. Dirk Graham dropped it for Keith Brown. He clears for Hudson. Hudson pokes it in wide. He and Zambo go after it. Here comes Graham. Playing it up the boards to the point. Conroy slapped it back in along the boards. Hudson. Nobody's got him. Good play by McLean. They were trying to set up Troy Murray there. Here's Graham. Dumps it back behind Hanlon. Zambo dumped hard. Here's Hudson. This line for the Hawks working hard. Net is off the magnet. Good example right there. The big difference of this Chicago club, Nick. They were not a hard-working team. In fact, there was some talk that there was a rebellion against Mike Keenan's hard-nosed tactics.
Well, they thought they were a hard-working team until they ran into Keenan. And they realized that what he wanted was to pick it up about 4 or 5 notches, and they realized that they hadn't been working as hard as they could have. And it took them a good half to 3/4 of the season to get that message across. They're not as bad a team as their season record indicated by any means, not even close.
Especially with Steve Thomas back in the lineup now. McLean on the right wing to Yzerman. Looks for some skating room. Gets a pick from Gallant. Yzerman holds up on Brown. Sends it across looking for DeLorme. McLean holds it in to the corner for Gallant. Conroy failed to clear. McLean sends it back left point. Norwood shot. Blocked by Dirk Graham. Norwood again. Lets it go. Chevrier the save. Puck's clear to the boards. Big balloon out at the Detroit blue line. The linesman Dan McCourt's going to grab that. Play continues. DeLorme drives it in behind Chevrier. He drops it there for McGill. McGill up the middle. Savard has it. Dumps it in wide to Hanlon. Hanlon scoops it up the board. Marmer couldn't quite get control. Quick outlet goes to Oates. Up the right wing side for Barr. Makes the shot. Then lost control. Chevrier plays it off the boards. Limer didn't get it by Zambo. It's in behind Chevrier. Big hop off those boards and McGill able to clear. The Hawks may look for some offense to really try to put it away. 7 or 8 minutes go by, though. They'll really button things down. Hanlon plays it up the boards. It's taken by Oates. Drops it back for Barr. His pass deflected. And Presley sent it right back over the glass and out of play.
If there's any question, the Red Wings want to get back in the game. They're going to have to carry it to them offensively and do all the gambling they can. Try to get one here in the first 5-6 minutes. Back after this.
3 minutes gone by in the third period. That clock will seem like more of a factor than ever to the Red Wings. And to the Hawks, too. On the Hawks side, it won't go fast enough. DeLorme from center ice. Drives it in behind Chevrier. Presley couldn't deflect it. Norwood sends it toward the net. Here is Oates. Back to the point, DeLorme. DeLorme gets it back. His shot blocked. Box clear. Thomas couldn't control it. He may have been able to break in. Norwood knocked it away. Now Oates. Hudson couldn't complete the play on the steal. It goes to Oates across the line. Drops it back for Barr. Barr gets it back for Klima. Right to cut in, and Chevrier with the stick on the ice able to stop him. Presley able to clear. Here's Treniani. Offside call as Hanlon plays it. Yanni down, and he's cut.
Yeah, he's cut, all right. Now he's going to make the penalty call. He's out of the game, Cleveland. Well, he must have got a report from a linesman if that's the case. It's a 5-minute major penalty. Watch the puck being dumped in towards the net. Klima there. Yanni dumps it in. Okay, the follow through with the stick. Got him right in front of the face. That's the linesman with his hand up in the air there.
5 minutes for eye sticking and a game misconduct penalty.
Well, that's the last thing the Red Wings needed, down by 3. And one of their big offensive people gone and shorthanded for 5 minutes.
So it becomes power play number 9 for Chicago. The Wings are going to have to look to draw a penalty at every opportunity. Draw an interference, take a dive, do whatever they can to try to get it back to 4-on-4. If nothing else, even if the Hawks don't score, this 5-minute penalty takes it down to just under 11 minutes left in the third period. Demers probably telling Paul McLean you're going to play a lot in the last part of this game. Creighton trying to break loose. It comes back to Conroy, now to Savard. To Creighton. Challenged there by Norwood. And the puck cleared. Hanson back behind his own net. Back the other way now for Creighton across the line. Creighton drops it back for Larmer. Larmer with 2 of the 4 Chicago goals. Out to the line for Manson. Back for Larmer. Hawks spread it out. Larmer sends it in deep. Creighton back to Larmer. Lets the shot go up high. And Hanlon with the save. Out to the right point, Manson. To the left point for Conroy. Into Savard. Little drop pass for Creighton in the corner. Creighton sends it across. Tipped. Hanlon covers. Larmer couldn't fight off the check of Lee Norwood.
Well, the Hawks just continue to go back to the same well. Dump it by the front man. Good thing laying right there. Larmer trying to get a chunk of it. And they go for the 2-on-1 beside the goaltender, and so many times it's worked for them. Their power play has been working at over 25% in this series, and that is a great average. Penalties being up in the league and power plays being up, you get 7, 8 a game. You're going to get a couple of goals at 25%. playoff scoring where it's lower, that's a big plus.
Troy Murray wins the draw from Chabot. Now Steve Thomas along the boards. Troy Murray was going the other way. Here come the Wings now, 3 against 3. Eiserman will just send it in wide. Manson moves it to Conroy. Ahead for Troy Murray. He's checked by Zombo and Chabot. Puck is underneath Troy Murray, and Koharski blowing the whistle to stop play. And 48 seconds left in Peter Klima's major penalty. Now the Wings don't have anybody in the penalty box yet. Paul McLean will probably be the one to come across. And I still don't understand the reasoning behind not putting the guy in right away unless he's going to be a penalty killer, which McLean's not going to be anyway. Hawks are onside. Yanni takes it behind Hanlon. It goes to Dirk Graham. Burr able to clear it. Steve Thomas back for the Hawks to get it. Goes to Dirk Graham. His pass taken away by Barr.
Red Wings need a short-handed goal right here.
Burr across the line. Trying to keep it outside. He'd like to get a pop at the net. Shoots it just wide of Chevrier. Center ice on the move. Here comes Thomas, the former Maple Leaf. Dropped it for Graham. Knocked away by Burr. Drops it back for Zombo. Nice pass across the line to Barr. Manson checks him. Burr and Troy Murray. Burr's pass picked up by Dirk Graham, and the Hawks come back the other way, led by Savard. Savard made a little head fake and lost the puck. Hanlon able to clear. 2:50 remaining on the major penalty to Klima. Creighton across the line. Goes to Savard. Back to Creighton. Looking for Keith Brown out at the right point. Down to Limer in the corner. Indeed, Creighton save made by Hanlon. Here's Limer. Pass is deflected. It's in the glove of Hanlon. He'll hang on. Now, Creighton is so quick coming out. Quick for a big man. And, of course, again with that long reach.
It only takes about a half a stride for him to be back out in front of the net. See, they set it up that way. Limer takes it. Creighton. Out comes DeLorme to challenge him. This time it doesn't work as it went off DeLorme and right into Hanlon's glove. Now McLean enters the penalty box with 2:30 to go. Klima 5-minute major and game misconduct for high sticking on Trent Yanni.
Creighton to take the face-off. He was a first-round pick of the Sabres back in '83. He was actually the 11th player taken overall. Keith Brown. He set up one power play goal tonight. Moves it to Manson. Manson back to Brown. Along the boards to Limer. Back to Brown one more time. What's the shot go? Handle the save. Rebound. Creighton couldn't make a play with it. Oates gets it to Eiserman. Eiserman killing some time here. Now moves it to Oates. Popped off the skate. Recovered by Savard. Broken up. DeLorme sends it back the other way. Chevrier plays it off the boards. Manson let it go. Here comes Vincelette. He's checked by Zombo. Held in by Yanni. Back to the line for Manson. Lets it go. Hanlon kicked it all the way back out to the right point. Yanni has it there. To Manson. In deep. Presley. One time score.
Presley's second goal of the hockey game. He had about 1.5 feet on the short side. It looked like Hanlon was screened on the play. As they move it across to Presley, he was by Vincelette. And he just blew it by him on the short side, glove side for Glenn Hanlon, the right-handed catcher. Brown to Manson to Presley, and boom. It's 5-1 Hawks are still on the power play.
Minute 35 still left in Klima's major.
Somebody's throwing a bunch of coins onto the ice.
Boy, that's dangerous. That expression says it all with 12 and a half to go. Wings trail by 4. We'll be back in a moment. Well, they've got most of the debris cleared up. Not very smart on the part of the Chicago fans. Those coins being thrown on the ice. They're warm. They're going to melt a hole in the ice. Somebody steps on that, could be a serious injury. And it could just as likely be one of their own players as a Red Wing. Hawks still with a man advantage. They have 1 goal on this major penalty to Klima. Vincelette is done. Burr knocks it away. Starts it back for Shabbat. Shabbat across the line, trying to cut through to the bench. Yanni takes him out. Presley able to clear. Troy Murray leaves it for Manson coming late. For Murray, the shot, save, rebound. Steered aside by Burr as he's checked by Vincelette. Now DeLorme plays it out of the zone. 45 seconds now before McLean will come back. This crowd just in a constant deafening roar now. Huda plays it around, but Keith Brown is waiting there with Thomas. Trying to get it in front, deflected and picked off by Huda. He'll clear for Yzerman, who couldn't handle it. Conroy back for Dirk Graham. He's got Thomas cutting in. Hook check by Hanlon. Conroy couldn't get himself situated. Conroy to go back to the line. Keith Brown sends it back in behind Hanlon. Troy Murray checked by O'Connell. Conroy plays it back in the corner. McLean is out of the box. The Wings finally back it full straight. And they'll start it back the other way, trailing now by 4. Yzerman going to try to split the defense. Penalty coming.
Holding's got to be called there for hooking. Yzerman made that little move through the feet. There it is right there. Brown got a hold of him.
Blackhawk penalty number 4.
We'll be back with the Red Wing power play after this. Vincelette rams Burr into the end boards. And Hanlon makes a good play here on Steve Thomas, who tried to cut to the front. Big goal stick out there. Red Wing power play.
In front for Oates, trying to slide it through, and it was blocked by Yanni. Box clear. Yzerman sends it ahead for McLean. McLean across the line. Drops it for Oates. In front, blocked. Hawks failed to clear, but now they will. Swept out of there by Savard. Gallant's backhand pass was blocked. He gets it back. Gives it to Oates across the line for Yzerman. Yzerman checked by Gilbert. Still able to work it to Gallant. Gallant tried to thread the needle. Takes it back behind the Chicago net. Now it goes to the point for Norwood, across for Oates. Back for Norwood. Now to Gallant, top of the circle. Couldn't handle it. Gallant and Yanni. They battle with each other. The puck squirts loose. It goes to Yzerman in the corner. Back to Gallant along the boards. Out to McLean. To Norwood. Blocked by Presley. John Burr now up the middle. Avoided a check. Here comes Oates. Oates out to the blue line. Had it knocked away. Hanlon way out.
Presley gets a hat trick. Going off his leg. Hanlon got to it first and went right directly off of Presley's leg and into the net. And the hats litter the ice surface here at the Chicago Stadium.
Second career hat trick for Presley. He's had them both against the Red Wings. Once in the regular season and once here in the playoffs. Right there.
Right off his left foot. Continue to litter the ice surface from all over this building. It's going to be a while here.
Jock Demers' string of 3 consecutive appearances in the Final Four will come to an end. And it'll probably take Jacques Mick quite a while into the summer to really digest everything that has happened this season. He's called it on several occasions the toughest year he's ever had as a coach. And I think because expectations were so high, and rightfully so, but it began with really the situation the night before Game 5 of the Campbell Conference Finals last year against Edmonton, with the players that were caught out before curfew. That particular situation, as you look back on it now, was really blown way out of proportion for what actually happened, and most of the players involved, has been well documented, weren't even going to be playing the next night.
Well, it took them a long time and a lot of work to get to where they had gotten to through those couple of seasons, and it was a lot of that washed away this year with all the problems they've had and the situation they're looking at right now. They have littered this ice completely, and we'll be back after this. As Dave pointed out, Presley's second career hat trick, and both of them coming against the Red Wings. And you know, Presley, being from the Dearborn area, loves nothing better than to score against his hometown team.
Manson coming into this game had not scored a point in 13 career playoff games, and Manson assisting on that goal. Has 2 assists in the hockey game. You're watching Red Wing playoff action on WKBD TV 50, your place for sports.
Correction on the last goal scored by Wayne Presley. It should be unassisted at 11:05. Last Blackhawk goal scored by Presley. Unassisted.
Oh, it's unassisted. I was wondering. Seemed like a pretty liberal interpretation there. Unassisted goal. But Mick, as we talked about the negatives going back to last year's playoffs, or the one negative that seemed to just grow like a cancer, you can't overlook the positive things that this Red Wing team did in overcoming that adversity. Winning the North Division Championship, albeit with 80 points, the play of Yzerman this year, the emergence of players like Chason. That play was offside, couldn't hear the whistle as Brown comes out of the penalty box. But I would expect, Mick, that as we saw last summer, this summer we'll see some changes. I think we're going to see a younger Detroit Red Wing team this fall.
As expected, you got fights breaking out in the stands now. Over to our right.
Shabbat, Koser, and Graves, the combination out there now for Detroit. The Red Wings, as desperate or as maybe hopeless as this situation is, they will not stop working. Vincelette from center right, drives it in wide, Hanlon plays it to the corner. Shabbat has it there. Up the boards, Hudson knocks it down. Hanlon leaves it for Zamba. Plays it around. McGill could not hold it in. Here is Sutter. Wheels it back into the Detroit zone. Hanlon himself clears. Creighton to center ice. He'll look to just dump it in. He does. Nil on the right wing side is checked by Presley. Thomas holds it in, but he goes down. Puck comes loose and Zambo able to clear. Big hit by Thomas on Norwood. Came in front for Creighton. Hanlon covers.
Creighton tried to do it one-handed that time. The St. Louis Blues are going to have to keep an eye on number 22, Adam Creighton. I'll tell you, those two, if this thing stays the same, 7:23 to go, 6-1. It looks like the Blues and the Hawks. Ray, you got something?
Making the Calgary and Vancouver game underway right now, and Calgary trying to polish off the Canucks tonight. Will have the first scoring in the game. They go up 1-0, and they lead the series 3-2. By the way, that game being played in Vancouver. 1-0. Flames go on top. Back upstairs.
Winner of that series will take on the winner of Edmonton and LA. Last look we had there, Edmonton clinging to a 1-0 lead, second period at the Northlands Coliseum. O'Connell back behind his own net, starts it the other way. O'Connell, long drive, Chevrier steers it aside, Lamer able to clear. Huda goes up the middle, it's taken by Burr. Burr lifts it in wide of Chevrier. Chevrier plays it to the other corner. Corey Robertson had it poked away by Lamer. Now Van Dorp seeing his first action tonight. Delayed offside here. And Huda starts it back. Up the right side for Burr. Watched by Conroy. Burr fights through.
Nice work by Burr.
Here's Robertson. Drops it back to late man DeLorme. Lets the shot go. Tried to put that one through Chevrier, and he missed the net. In behind the Detroit net now. The Hawks trying to get it loose. DeLorme ties up Gilbert. And back comes Shabbat. Shabbat. Tricky one-on-one. He's through. Save made by Chevrier in the backhand. Gilbert across the line now for Troy Murray. Gilbert in the corner. Lined up by DeLorme one more time. Zambo goes to Shabbat. Across the line. Drop pass for Koster. Lets the shot go. Chevrier the save. So there's no rebound.
Chevrier on Shabbat a moment ago. Some tricky work by Shabbat. 5:51 to go, third period. Hawks in command, 6-1. Through all of this, Dave, the St. Louis Blues are going to get home ice advantage over the Hawks in round 2.
Hudson won the draw to Yanni. He backhands it up the boards. Koster's waiting there. He'll send it toward the net. Blocked by Chevrier. Up the boards now, Dwayne Sutter. He's had 2 game-winning goals in this series. Dwayne Sutter bounces it on Hanlon. He'll hang on. 5.5 remaining in this one. Hawks in command, leading 6-1. Well, they say the regular season doesn't mean anything when it comes to playoffs. The Hawks are going to say their domination of the Wings in the regular season had something to do with this series. But they're going to hope that the regular season doesn't mean anything in terms of their series upcoming with the St. Louis Blues. Chicago during the regular season 1-6-1 against the Blues.
They can say what they want about the season, but playoffs are, in true sense of the word, the second season.
Creighton and Robertson bump each other. Burr sends it back looking for Nil. Slides in on Chevrier. He clears it himself.
Hawks got too many men in the ice.
No whistle yet? No, we have one.
We got one, but I don't know if they're going to call it. I don't think they are. hockey, but they're not going to call it. Creighton was there, standing by the boards. The puck was in his feet. Presley had already jumped on. And there's the record of Denny Savard, the leader of this hockey club. Averaging 2 points a game.
Bird drops it back for Hooten. Up the middle, Nill deflects it. Blocked and cleared back in by McGill. Savard sends it to the side of the net, blocked by Hanlon. Reimer checked by Robertson, now Burr able to send it across for Nill. Against Yanni. Checked by Van Dorp. Van Dorp center ice now. 60-footer that was blocked by Zambo. Sends it back the other way. Now Conroy plays it center ice. Zambo knocks it down there. Backhands it to Burr across the line. Reimer picked out the pass. Now Norwood sends it ahead for DeLorme. Drives it into the Chicago zone. Keith Brown sends it up the left side for Troy Murray. Shabbat picks his pocket. Gilbert, though, tries to get it back. Gilbert watched by Norwood. Gilbert one-hands it looking for Dirk Graham, but it was slapped away by Shabbat and cleared by Norwood. Down to 3:45 left in this one. Troy Murray had it tipped away by Shabbat, but Conroy was right there. And DeLorme touches up. 3.5 to go in the season for the Wings. They trail Game 6 here, 6-1. Face off to the left of Chevrier. Jacques Demers watches on with only 3:32 left. Zambo lets a shot go that bounces into the corner. Manson. Checked by Kosar. It comes to Vincelette. And that play offside at the Detroit line. That man scored the goal that turned this series around. The overtime goal in Game 2 resulted in the only road victory in the series. And when you're the team coming in without home ice advantage, you know you have to win one on the road. They got it out of the way early in Game 2, and he also had a game winner in Game 4. Huda sends it back for Kosar. He couldn't control it. Now Hudson able to clear the zone. Hanlon to Shabbat at center ice. Plays it ahead for Graves. He taps it into the corner. Presley, another one of the heroes with a hat trick tonight, able to clear the zone and slap back in by Burr, and Manson will chase it down. Manson through center ice, trying to go coast to coast across the line. Long shot at Hanlon. Has held his ground. Wings clear center ice for Jim Nill. Nill into the Chicago zone. Sends it across for DeLorme. DeLorme to the corner. Dumps it out in front. Back the other way, Steve Thomas. Hawks just dumping in. They don't want to whistle. They want to see this clock just run down, and I'm sure the Wings feel likewise. Van Dorp looking to clear. He does. Weimer dumps it back in. John Burr for the Wings at center ice with a minute and a half left. Now it's McGill again for the Hawks. Van Dorp just flips it into the Detroit zone. Weimer cutting in. Slid it just wide of the backhand. Yanni a shot. That just missed. Weimer in front. They score.
Denny Savard will get it. Savard's 13th point in 6 games. A meaningless point, but the guy that's been much maligned this season. For Savard, an off year with 82 points on only 23 goals. He missed quite a few games. Was in and out of Mike Keenan's doghouse all year long. And he redirects and flips that one past Glenn Hanlon with 1:11 to go. And the Hawks will start thinking about St. Louis.
Mick, well, we have the opportunity. Quite a few people we want to thank. Starting with the people at Channel 50, Dwayne Kell, Ellen Branson, the entire staff and management of Channel 50. Looking forward to next year being the first year of a new 3-year contract between the Red Wings and TV 50. Of course, our executive producer, Toby Cunningham, John Rushlow, who made several of the road trips with us. Our colleague, Ray Lane, has been great working with Ray all season. All the technical folks that have helped us along the way.
Second down.
And, of course, the Red Wing PR staff, second to none in the National Hockey League. Bill Jameson, Howard Berlin, Kathy Best, Marilyn Rowe, providing us with all the information we needed throughout the season. All the operation people at the Joe Louis Arena, John Pettit, Al Sabatka, their staff. Everyone that's made our job that much easier. We certainly appreciate it. And, of course, to the advertisers who support the telecast and you, the viewers, who have tuned in faithfully.
1 minute to play in the third period.
With less than a minute to go in the season now for the Red Wings.
The coaches, Keenan, Jacques Martin, Colin Campbell, Don McAdam, and Jacques Demers, shaking hands as the players will now do at center ice. And the Hawks will begin to think about the St. Louis Blues. As physical a series as you're going to get. They banged each other game in and game out. The Hawks coming in an underdog but confident with that season record that they could get to the Red Wings, and they did. Of course, you know what it means to these fans in Chicago. They haven't seen a playoff series win in many years. Dirk Graham was a standout for Mike Keenan throughout this series. Wore the captaincy after he got it put on his chest. When Savard went down with injury around midseason, when Savard returned, Graham kept it and has been their leader. Wayne Sutter scored a couple of big goals.
Steve Yzerman is skating over. He's going to have a word with Darren Pang. Hope we can get a shot of Yzerman and Pang at center ice. Darren Pang is going to be the best man at Steve Yzerman's wedding on June the 10th.
That's the two of them at the bottom of the
Brennan, there they are. That's a great scene. Stevie's telling him, I don't don't care what you do in the next round, just don't lose the ring.
Now, Eisenman just gave Pang his stick. It had to be as good a season it was for the captain. It had to be a tough year with all the off-ice problems that they had, and he, of course, being the spokesman for the hockey club, had to field a lot of that pressure with the press and deal with that, as well as scoring 150-plus points. And probably going to get serious consideration for the most valuable player in the National Hockey League this year. Down the stairway he goes, far to our left at the Chicago Stadium. The Red Wings into the room and close that door and have a private talk, I'm sure. It's been a long year for them. And the Hawks will go on with Mike Keenan behind the helm. 7-1 final score, Chicago. And we will be back to wrap it up in a moment.
Well, as you look at that final score and the Hawks wrap up the series 4-2, hard to remember back earlier in this game that the Red Wings actually got the first goal. They led in the hockey game 1-0 on the power play goal by Norwood. And in 5 out of the 6 games in this series, the Red Wings got the first goal. But that wasn't enough. The Wings just didn't have what it took to overcome the vastly improved play of the Chicago Blackhawks. Nobody can say the Hawks didn't deserve to win this series. They certainly did. They outplayed the Red Wings. They got the better goaltending, the more timely and critical goaltending. They made the big plays. Their big players came through, and I think more importantly, Mick, as we talked about Dwayne Sutter, their third and fourth lines came through in big ways.
Well, they came in supposedly as an underdog team, but certainly didn't play like it. And, you know, I think throughout this season and the problems that have been around the Red Wing Hockey Club, the scene was set for something like this to happen. Because, David, they just have not been the same hockey club since the Bob Probert problems and all that kind of stuff. It just takes too much out of you, and I don't think they've ever really rebounded. They've played solidly throughout the season, you know, on and off. But, boy, when you get in a playoff series, you've got to have everything going for you. And there were so many distractions all year long that I just don't think they could keep their minds on what they were trying to do, and it's just too much of a serious blow to everybody involved from Jacques Demers on down, and I think it showed and it took its toll. So it's back to the drawing board for next year, and they'll just have to readjust, put it completely behind them, and away they go. But that's, I guess, enough of that for on that side. But on the Hawk side, we've got to look at Wayne Pressler as our Budweiser player of the game, a hat trick. Pressler from the Dearborn area, his second career hat trick, both against the Red Wings. And he has worked very, very hard against the Wings all year long. You're looking at the last goal of the hockey game, scored by Denny Savard, with 1:11 to go in the game. But Presley, a key player for Mike Keenan and the Hawks, who will go on and face the St. Louis Blues.
All right, that'll do it here for the 88-89 season. Again, thanks to the viewers for joining us all season long here on TV 50. Right now, for some final thoughts, let's go down to our colleague, Ray Lane. Ray?
Okay, gentlemen, thank you very much. And not to belabor it just a little bit, but just moments ago, watching Jimmy Devellano, the general manager of the Red Wings, walking down the hall and thinking, as he was very quiet with the head down, what he might be thinking as far as off-season acquisitions and sort of patching up this club for the 89-90 season. That's a story for Dave and Mickey, for our producer, Toby Cunningham. Stay tuned right now for the special edition of TV 50's 10 o'clock news.
Red Wing Hockey. Brought to you by Budweiser. Beechwood aged for that clean, crisp taste. This Bud's for you. By Jeep. There's a feeling you can get only in a Jeep. By Little Caesars, where you always get 2 great pizzas for 1 low price, with 200 Metro locations to serve you. And by Trader Ray Tire and Tire Man Tire Centers. Nobody sells tires for less, and we pay your sales tax.